charges. So now this is not about political witch hunting or anything, but it is about corruption that a man has done. Now we have to look at the best way to extradite Ken, because that is the process of the law. The first one is that we have to invoke that treaty that A.B. talked about. Once you invoke it, it's just like a Christian, you are going to pray and you invoke that power of God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob. That is the thing that you invoke to make God act on your behalf, because that's the covenant that he has. So after that, there's a formal request that the Attorney General has done. So that first two processes have been gone through. The U.S. have a part to play, and this part is not coming from the state judges. It is coming from federal judges. Now, if you're a lawyer in America, you can practice in a state. So I work with Pearson as a manager. Once you are certified by a board to be a lawyer in a state, you can't practice in another state unless you have tri-states that you can practice in other states. But you practice in one state, but not the entire states. So there's something called a probable cause, which the U.S. have to start from. So we have started our first two sections. The probable cause is very simple. They will assess if there is any probable cause to believe that Ofori-Atta really committed the alleged offense. So is there a probable cause? The same way that your wife can call the police and say that you mishandled her, you violated against something. The police will come and ask, is there a probable cause that this man could have done it? If there's a probable cause, that is all U.S. knows, from the state to the federal level. If there's a probable cause, then the state can take action. If there's no probable cause, then either the state or the federal cannot take any action. So they are going to look at the probable cause first. Then, if there's a probable cause, the next action is arrest and detention. So if there's a probable cause, he will be arrested and detained in the U.S. pending the extradition proceedings. So that's a long process that I will talk about. Now, there will be an extradition hearing after his arrest from the first two processes. So, yes, we have invoked the treaty. We have requested formally. Now, U.S. is going to determine a probable cause. After the probable cause, they are going to arrest, if there's a probable cause, arrest Ken. Now, when they arrest Ken, that is not the end. There's going to be an extradition hearing. That will be done by a U.S. court. And they will hear the determination with what I've always been preaching here, the power of if. If extradition is warranted. So they will look at the case and see that is extradition warranted in this case? Does it merit it? Now, after that, the Secretary of State will give an approval. So it comes to politics now. We'll give approval. And there's another if there. If the court approves extradition, then the U.S. Secretary of State will make a final decision. So the court can even approve it, but the Secretary of State would determine finally whether he should be extradited. Now, we have to know that Ghana will have to provide sufficient evidence to the U.S. court to prove that, yes, he is really Ofori-Atta who committed that, because sometimes you accuse somebody and they will find out that it is a wrong person being accused, so they have to go through that process. Then we also have to make sure that it is going to be complex and lengthy. This is not just an easy thing. I like what Manasseh talked about, that his visa, they know, yes, everybody knows that it expires in February, because U.S., everybody will know. But can also have a visa of about 10 years for Canada and then another 10 years for UK. So there's a likelihood that if U.S. decides that, look, your visa has expired, you have a case back home, so go home, he can go to Canada or he can go to UK. I mean, without coming to Ghana.
If he goes to Canada now, it means that we have to now do another
one. So I'm explaining to Ghanaians so that they will understand the complexity of this issue. I have seen, because I was Ghana Association president in Cincinnati, Ohio for a long time, I have done this for many Ghanaians. Somebody can be in drugs, get to Ghana, get back to JFK, and they will say that you are not coming back to US again. Even though you are a US citizen, no, don't come back again. And the person can invoke that I also have Canadian citizenship. So instead of coming to Ghana, they take that person to Canada. You have to go to Canada to begin the process again there. So he has 10 years for Canada, 10 years for UK. Yes, the US one is expiring in February, but he can go to either of these countries. So the lawyers should know this. The other part I want to talk about is the extradition process in the US, which is very key. The request has been submitted. The Department of Justice will review the request and file a complaint in federal court, not a state court. Then the arrest, I've talked about that. And then the extradition hearing, we'll talk about how Ken was accused, and it would give him the opportunity to explain what to do. I've been to U.S. court once. I was driving one night, and I got to a place from Indiana to Ohio. It was snowing. And then the GPS could not tell me on the road whether I should pass left or right. So I stopped. And as soon as I started moving, a police officer came out from nowhere. And then he said, "You missed the way. You stopped here. That was traffic violation." And I started laughing that, "Were you following me?" He said, "I've been following for the past 5 miles on this road alone." So I had to go to court. And the judges are interesting. They will ask you that this is what the police officer said you did. Can you explain? Sometimes you don't even need a lawyer in U.S. Once you explain your part of it, they will look at the merit of the issue and say that these are the possible, challenges and the possible sentences. Do you want to do communal work? Do you want to do this? They give you the option so that you also say you're part of it. So it's very interactive. They don't wear the wigs that you guys wear here. Everything is like a former person you are sitting with and talking to. So U.S. law is not difficult. They look at the facts and then the evidence. Now, the other thing is that the hearing, there will be in front of a federal magistrate judge for a hearing to be determined if 3 things are going to be determined. If the crime is an extraditable crime. So it's the crime that you are saying he committed. Does that mean we should extradite him? 2, probable cause exists. So probable cause is everything there. Then the third one is if the person is the one sought. So is it Oforiatta that you are looking for? Is he the one? Have we done all the DNAs to make sure that he's the one that you are looking for? Then we go to the appeals. So you see the process. Now in the appeals process, you determine that the individual can appeal the judge's decision. So Oforiatta can, even after the decision that is going to be extradited, his lawyers can appeal that. Now when they do that, the Secretary of State will also need to approve and make the final determination on that. Then there are key requirements that they have to look for the probable cause. One of them is the dual criminality that you talked about from the beginning. It means that the offense must be a crime in both countries. So it's a crime in Ghana that he committed corrupt acts. But is it a crime in America also? Yes, corruption is illegal in America. So both crimes are illegal in both countries. So we have a case there. The second one is the probable cause that I've talked about. Evidence must show probable cause of the crime. And then the third one is the treaty requirement that we have also invoked. So if you look at the requirements, we have met 2 out of 3. We have met the dual criminality one. We've met the treaty requirement. The third one is the probable cause. And we need evidence here to show probable cause of the crime. The last leg of it is that the process will also be complex, often involving court appeals and diplomatic considerations. Now, that is also not the end. When we are successful to finally extradite him to Ghana, then he's also coming to Ghana court, right? He will not come to Ghana, then immediately you send him to jail or, take all his assets and confiscate them. We are going to send him to Ghanaian court. Here too, he will get lawyers. And in the process, he will have to prove innocent or guilty of the 78 counts of corrupt acts.
Yes, I saw you made some notes.
Yeah, the key points about the extradition is not so much about some of the things he said. We passed them. Is he Oforiatta? We all know he's Oforiatta. Is it extraditable? It is. What is important for me that the U.S. authorities will look at, which we have passed anyway, is whether our justice delivery system can provide justice to Oforiatta. So, for instance, they wouldn't have sent, if he was like a Venezuelan citizen, they would say they don't believe in the justice system there. Or, some countries, their justice system cannot be relied upon. We have a justice system that can stand the test of time. So they know when he comes, he will go through the process without any interference. So the comments that the Attorney General makes has nothing to do with our justice delivery system. Now, some people have talked about Abu Trika. Now, let me make this point clear. That even though the Abu Trika case will not impact on Oforiatta's case, that is to say, if Ghana decides to extradite him, and people are thinking about swapping.
We've done that before. I mean, I think the...
No, that's a different matter. Suzuki case is a different matter.
We did a swap.
So people are talking about swapping. And I am saying that it may not have a direct implication, but when judges sit and make judgments, it is not only based on the law, it is also based on non-legal factors. Secondly, again, it is also based on non-legal factors. So, if you are an armed robber and you appeal for a judge who was robbed a night before, you appear before him, that will have an impact on how your case will be heard. So, if Ghana gives Abu Trika out to the US, because the US is in need of Abu Trika, that can be a factor that can sway the judge. That, look, we wanted this man, they gave us. You also want it, we'll give you. So don't dismiss that one entirely. I'm saying that non-legal factors also operate.
Okay, I get you.
On the judge's
mindset,
mind, yes.
That's fine. Final comments, Austin and Ibo, then I'll wrap up with Professor.
My position is that this process is neither mechanical nor inevitable. But, you know, it has AB hinted that it's an interplay between law, an interplay, so of law, diplomacy, judicial restraint, and executive discretion. And I think the pushing of our prosecutorial authorities will have an impact on this process. Whether or not it will succeed is based on the prosecutorial conduct and the commentaries by our officials.
Okay. Ibo, final comments?
Yes. We shouldn't have gotten it. If we had been vigilant, I don't think Nama would have gone in the
All right, 47 minutes past 8 o'clock and open now. Yeah, 12 million or so now. And some new Ebibre Nano Ecojina and Attorney General, Minister of Justice, Edin Sem to Jaffa, kind of Freata, the extradition Huns and some ne Quayum Besom first second to Fatam Bragan and Yadia. Now I know you hear the inside stories of the extradition treaty. Near America, what it through Uchi Penyimba Ko Chese a long process. Like I say, processor Ubenyani easy kura because for Rata a war a year 10 years visa a war Canada and UK ha any America dear no say no ebewu by February into who and I just say others will be renewed no and now so say be move another country and also so our visa extended for 10 years. Now ocean semni na and Attorney General and some more canon or just a lawyers be a free America about ever representing Ken Furata. Na and seminal 82 a year kwedua Ubeka 9 saying special prosecutor at the bono. Na wa file charges ni be and so court about 78 charges or SML ne de keka ho. Yenyan until cross na beginning no National Cathedral and seminal kahu but the chino we share the report any the findings about yanti National Cathedral woman like I say National Cathedral and seminal so no we say acquire white elephant because of the we say proverbial account ne the investigative report any the research ye far sa and seminal ho na sisi ano baby could do no na say Attorney General enso e de atodwa se Sedinam Tamaklo a ono so ye jeli na absentia no Minister of Justice Dominic Ayene as he disclosed that the extradition process against the former Microfinance and Small Loans Center Chief Executive Sedinam Tamaklo Atienu has been completed into clearing the way for her return to the country to begin her prison sentence. Now, Dr. Ayene made this during the General Government Accountability Series on Thursday the 18th. Into the Maslock CEO Sedinam Tamaklo sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. Now, due to financial loss. Now, said that the extradition process, which was initiated by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's led administration, has now been concluded. I did indicate to Parliament that in July 2024, a formal request for her extradition was put in by predecessors, in other words, by my office. The American authorities have worked on her extradition. The extradition proceedings has taken place in the US, and we are expecting that, barring any appeal by her lawyers, she may be very soon extradited to Ghana to serve a prison sentence. Now, Dr. Ayeni also went further to say, although a substantive date has not been communicated for her return, US authorities have confirmed that the process has been completed, and I don't have any definitive information on where she will be extradited to. But America have also indicated that they have completed the process. No. Yanko peace post. Yeba ni atuaso.
Manchester United for player the D captain and the Bruno Fernandes when 31 years. Now you know grantee interview be nyame no credibly interview no ba na nyasa beketwa e Manchester United for e word papa. Now the Manchester United for the betudwa any say Abanti and the contract only Manchester United the one clause will be a room. Na sa clause in the woman say England. To me at the name say be a team na o mobile England dear and the sa clause no man quite say we be to me about betona side 56.6 million pounds. Yes I add the account it is no e papa ye the one say be a team for Atletico Madrid for the babetu as Marcus Rashford o Bolon Barcelona Bobo Kuno with Manchester United. Na Barcelona for no more cancer for ade beto no more cancer for ade chom say wa na modern bonus so ani ntie betumi ade na ya adwuma ya pese to aso ade beto say munya abotre na hwe se de no ma esi ekọ Atletico Madrid for the beto dwa say ba bia du ne de de sika ready enya de pass bia na say ebeka sin bia to adon pese beto na ye de hun semede ma etifo by me before so ba beto dwa say Nicholas Jackson we Chelsea player wo balloon e de amom no na nko mu nim say da chi bia say Harry Kane ni ho a wono ene beto bia sheda nan na so ma trans ye hun say ne bodo and sheda any suru bebre a che say Harry Kane kwa wo beto bia sheda nan nko mo so no bowie pe o me say na ba Chelsea enya de on beto no kra na che so ato aso body amom a ye de hun semede ma etifo ye Bukayo Saka a on player e de ma Arsenal o ba be ya abakwasem abakwasema wo ba be ene se nanu e na Ghana ni Abrante de Dino Thomas Partey e due 250 million pounds 250,000 pounds na just ano na otwi bia na waje e de agu ni bottom na Saka e na wone Arsenal fo atena se je so mu edi nkomo na kwani papa de akopie mu ne se Arsenal for Yatum, some man 300,000 pounds a week. Natures for Majuada to Juada. Now count to bet to Kunkuro, now 300,000 pounds. No Aquapim, no more side in the contract, no, as Aquapim 2031. Natures a boy, Bukayo Saka de. Arsenal for you ready to be done now. You don't want to be the Emma at here for England, so soon when it's a man, a coach, and did a sign a wigman. And that's the BBC Sports Personality Coach of the Year. One more Eddie Amanda Tosuminu, Waje Eddie Abonata, Sona Fee, Ghana Nia Brantia, and the Abaya. Edema England for no. Nidi Ede Michelle Ajiman. Nanu ena uprai. BBC Fwadia to Misa partner Modebo Eswedi Papa. It will be BBC Young Sports Personality of the Year 2025. Eddie Amanda say 1 year for Mona Task where the 170 for ne anope.
UEFA Conference League, you know, Andra Machi say Echeku Enye, Eyike Atense Shemiensa, Emma Krova, Ete Ekanum Emienu, Eyike Laneka, Eshabako, Emma Shinja, and so and to me, Auntie say Kaneza Takma, and Julonia came no air 00 Clouch, and Afisha Brown, Opia and to me, and Shebi, Crystal Palace Shemienu, Emma Kus, and so Eshe Emienu, Dynamo Kiev Shemienu Noah, and to me, Auntie Lusani, Eshabakoma Fiorentina, and to me, Auntie Ledger was her. One more Eshe, Emma Lincoln Red Imps. Woman so Eshe Bako, mine so 5-2, Samsung Sport 0. Umonia Nicosia, Etrefi, Emma Rakov, Empoma Kabakwa. One more end to me, Anti Ryan Varakano Eshemiansa, Drita, and to me, Anti Shaka Dilla. Womo any Rajika came no Equa 0-0. Shamrock Rovers, Shamiasa, Emma Haram, Eti Kanu Ebako, Sigma Olomok. Womo Eshebako, Emma Lightwana, Bomo Ekanu Emienu, Slovan Blastila, Veshebako, BK Hacken, and to me anti Sparta Prague, Shamiasa Petit, and to me anti Strasbourg, Eshamiasa, Emma Bledati, Kanu Ebako, Zelensky, Eshebako, SK Rapid, and so Eshebako, Ewo, Manchester Etoja ewo Spanish La Liga no muno say ena nhihye etie ewo hono Valencia ne Mallorca Real Oviedo ene Celta Vigo bepim so Levante ene Real Sociedad Osasuna ene Deportivo Alaves ebebo Real Madrid ne Sevilla Girona ne Atletico Madrid Villarreal ene FC Barcelona Elche ne Rayo Vallecano Betis ene Getafe Athletic Bilbao enso ene Espanyol ene bepim so ewo ho we ene nhihye ewo La Liga no emo Italian Manchester Etoja Lazio any Cremonese boy Juventus any AS Roma Gashu any Pisa any Bepenso Sassuolo and so any Torino boy Fiorentina no Udinese any Bepenso Genoa any Atalanta boy Germany Bundesliga no emo Borussia Dortmund any Borussia Mönchengladbach any Pimso Augsburg any Werder Bremen any Bepimso FC Cologne any Union Berlin boy Hamburg SV any Eintracht Frankfurt any Bepimso Stuttgart any Hoffenheim boy Wolfsburg any Freiburg Airbo Albi Leipzig any Bayer Leverkusen and so at Bepim so Mainz 05 any St. Pauli at the Bepim so Heidenheim any Bayern Munich Airbo we any champion for etumi aye ewo Germany abonten so na Premier League no emuno Manchester etwa no any Newcastle United any Chelsea Airbo Bournemouth any Burnley Airbo Brighton and Hove Albion any Sunderland at the Bepim so Manchester City any West Ham United Airbo over Hunter Wanderers any Brentford Airbo Tottenham Hotspur any Liverpool Everton, Arsenal, Leeds United, and Crystal Palace, and so Erbepim Suquesiada, Aston Villa, and Manchester United, Eduardo Fulham, and Nottingham Forest, and so to me Eddie Akenyem Way, and Shishaya Premier League, you know, Emo. Now Africa Cup of Nations, and Ghana, yen to me unqualified and Kobe, Nanyame Yadma Quesia ya, and a yes, a host nation, aye Morocco, Womo any Comoros, and a Ebony, Nyamia Dumois. Some match, opening game, AS 7 p.m. Ejuada 2 p.m. Mali, and Zambia, at the Bepimso. Na Ejuada Krona 5 p.m. South Africa, Bafana, and so any Angola, and the Bepo, and the Pharaohs of Egypt, and Zimbabwe, at the Bepimso 8 p.m. way, any matches and penfoy to me, Ashishe, Africa Cup of Nations, Emma Etifu.
Jekuso de Agudi Husema de Metrifu na ya dine de Befi so Echnampa na Ega. Holy Ghost Sports Stadium 5 p.m. Pepe. Eho Enna Sharaf Mahama. Our His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama Neba. No ACU, Edema Legacy Rights. I don't mention Kutukubo. Showdown. HS no Ebeyeshi Papa. Na no Enna Sharaf Mahama Ede Atuja sa Bakwasam Wanyamene no Credimini. Legacy Right Eba Yankupon Eya Domo Echna 5 p.m. Holy Ghost Sports Stadium. Enyasem Ketu Entwosre, Se Ghana Fuina will be Amrao.
Saturday we're about to make history, especially in Ghanaian sports. This collaboration with Matchroom 258 is bringing, international standard to Ghanaian sports. So come in your numbers, come early. 3 p.m. the gate is open. 5 p.m. the first fight. So yeah.
And what is your motivation to enter this profession?
I've always loved boxing. One of the main reasons I go into boxing is because of Anthony Joshua. I used to watch all his videos and over time, I decided to, venture into the promotional part of the sport. And now we're here.
Should we expect more fun from you after this bout?
Most definitely. We're not done yet at Legacy Rise Sports, This is just one more step to what we're trying to achieve. So, yeah.
Peace FM. We are in Samuel Sharaf Mahama. What they are to drive and say, Sikasana to Zampa. Nikasani mood to Sika Ufi and Krensu. Nano Echino. And was added to just a main bout that come up for you and say BIA freeze Mark Bus no so Debbie. Main bout in a Craig Richards and a Danny Azes. One more NHS main bouter. One more Ebaba Boy Yame Eya Domoa Echna Enumre Holy Sports Stadium.
Now we're going to move up to, as Sharaf mentioned, the main event on the night where two South Londoners collide to settle it on a showdown here at the Legon Stadium in Accra, Ghana. Craig Richards versus Dan Aziz. I'm going to kickstart with Craig Richards. Craig, talk to me. How was it when you first heard that you'd have the opportunity to fight here in Ghana, and what made you run and grab it with both hands?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity, to be here, headlining such a historic show. Matchroom's first involvement with Legacy Sports and 258, such a big platform, and I'm just truly honoured to be here today. So I've got to thank you guys, and of course thank my team, Tony Sims and Charlie Sims as well, for making this all happen with you guys. It's an honour, it's a blessing, and to be here to headline a show in the mother's-land, I couldn't really ask for much more.
Fantastic. I'll ask the same question to you, Dan Aziz. Dan, I've seen you here in Ghana on several occasions, right? More so.
But, first of all, I'd like to thank 258, my guy Ade here, Matchroom, Frank and Eddie, Sierra Management, and obviously DAZN and Legacy Rise for making this happen in the motherland, Accra, Ghana, headlining as well. Like you said, I've been here a few times. In 2019, I was in Bokom Arena.
Peace FM. So any in some 2 boxers and Crick Richards and I fit Danny Azet. One more a day 2 judges. Ajiatum said Jamia Domochna on Bakujina ring him and a DBC ABC. Yes, you be now Botania Quackwe. Why when you be pride and Adi Kufi, yes, you buy the Niba when they come up papa. HS way about a Jamaican Cranny, a bear kama, Echna. Will go sports stadium 5 p.m. Pepe. Now, minimum Eka sports minister, Honorable Kofi Adams, Yaman Kwen Wayade, sports development fund bill. No, what to me reminding Kakra, Edia cabinet, Edia Rubber Bia, Amasisia dear. Yet to me a passing a kama, ya passing a kama na walkano, say any which you.
Members, motion move and seconded. It is for the consideration of the House. I will therefore put a question. As many as are in favor of the motion number 31 at page 16. Of the main order paper, say aye. Aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
An act to establish the Ghana Sports Fund to provide sustainable funding for sports development in the country and sports for development, to provide for the management of the fund and for related matters.
Honourable members, the Ghana Sports Fund Bill 2025 is duly read for the 3rd time and passed.
Peace. Let's the first deputy speaker. Bernard here for honorable. One ena wakasa say ya pass a bill the kamba papa as I see there Mr. Okofasi Mbiamba. Ghana Premier League matches Yami Adoma Air Course Motion so Memenda between United and Sweden All Blacks Kwesi Ada Dreams and Brekum Chelsea Ho United Baby Gold Stars Karela and Vision Nations FC New York Apostles Samatex Henry Out of Lance Diana and Heart to Folk Medium and Holy Stars and Afi 11 Wonders and Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the Ebesha so Nasa player and the ding and the Prince Trinbua Wano and a NASCO player of the month November Wano and a day a man and a chair there is so simple 43-second NASCO digital satellite television and a NASCO double door refrigerator with a bottom freezer. Obedi the camera. Coach of the month, that's what call Eddie Babashi here for. Obedi the same year award and that same President Omode Ebemano. Muntie goalkeeper and the FL Lawrence will say. Or also a goalkeeper in the House of Lions. The month of November no energy best goalkeeper Omode Mano. Muntie the Obeji. Now no else goalkeepers union and our Omode Emano. Na chedi our Obedi. A pair of gloves no the best nenso the bed that pull money back and a branded towel ebiana we are branded the camera near the man water bottles and a free t-shirt on any day now we be I don't know you don't 70 meter for ne anope.
Yes, sorry, so na member Honorable Kofi Idi Adams Abasu for the passage of the sports development bill. Say obaye nrafi and now about Modia go through the process. The SN say abiding one no implement it because Ghana no passage of bills the the implementation in Yasem. No more sources of income. Neamfa enye because a bear record is an abreso and yet to minya sports development foundation bia and now fund bia de boy sports. Ghana sports here fancy papa. There should be a seed money. Exactly. Apart from the seed money, there should be sustainable sources. World Cup graduates so con 4 years. Say bia say taxi be near the baba. Say bia lottery ana bibi. Niamfam Pace Kangum. That's what me, not the Biamika say. So you levy tax. None can see directly the cost post instead of cancelling. Yeah. Betting, sorry. Betting tax. Because betting is sports related. None can directly the cost search funding. Near to me, Yeska, but a German for an ordinary one can the or yet the new way. And you know, born a book of Idi Adam Sabasu. Near Sarabine say, all man support near sources ebe funded. Development funding unti honorable Adams Kofi Idi Adams why are there congratulations for the passage of the sports bill the bomb say they bet me are implementing properly because he sports in the cash and kasa from boxing through athletics to every department of sports.
This is the kind of good news I should be getting on a daily basis. Thanks to UnityLink, my life has become so much easier. I have on my phone in my palm right now the brand new UnityLink mobile app. It's free and easy to use. And I must say, it's fast, safe, and secure. UnityLink has the best exchange rates. Sending money to anybody is as easy as going through my phone book, selecting the person's name, bam, it's gone. It's really a great feeling when you know you can send money instantly to MTN, Vodafone, Airtel, Tigo. Easy. Now I can even transfer money from my mobile phone into my bank account and pick it up at the bank instantly. I can even send airtime to loved ones. The UnityLink mobile app makes it possible for you to send money to over 3,000 locations in Ghana. Now it's time for you to download the free UnityLink mobile app. On Android, go to Google Play Store. On iOS, go to Apple Store and get sending now. UnityLink mobile app. Money go, money come. Fast.
Mema wakwa baba Rehoboth Havens. Biaya Emma Wakwenya, Mawone Wabusia nya setinapa, Esaya Dine Papa, Nebosha say free $55,000 per. Rehoboth Havens adaya ya nwene ni ye, Esia ye mensa damfa, Enya biaya ya tenakeke, Eya biaya Emma Wahotoswo, Ne Bambo. Fano se wote mantemua, Aho Bambo Shonko, Enije biaye, Ni asumdua Eyema Wabusia woho. Ghana fododo na ewa manone eni da so so mbetumi atofie wo Ghana, Eya kechiri, Esaya so di pie de omosonti. Na no kwasem ne se edise Ghana ni bia tumi ye fiura bebi a woni wabusua benya hotoso na asan ye japade amachirima sane ebeye obi bia benya kwenya aye fiurenti Rehoboth ne Ghana sikankrabia hodo aye hyehye sonko a ema wotofie na watua ne nkakra ne ehia ne se wode $5,000 beto ase na eno ma wakwenya ma utumi tu kotenemu na ne aka no watua ne nkakra Wama wemfie du baako a wodi betua woka sene ebeya ahokyere bia mmemu ye wo 2, 3, 4 bedrooms a yahye da siesie no se emma wahotoso bambo enne asetinapa mentwentwan wo na ase kra bo wo dache ho ban ne freying wo +447 917 376 631 Ana +233 24 476 4499 Ebiem +233 55 375 1933 Rehoboth Social Housing Yama Wanida so obeye fiura Bemu
AJN and Co Limited. Wow, quality accounting and tax services, and now officially recognized as one of the top 200 UK accountants in the 2016 Sunday Times list. Hooray! Come, let's do business and even save you more money. AJN and Co Limited. We are chartered certified accountants and business advisors. One of the finest in the country with quality professional services and excellent customer delivery. Our services include preparation of company and annual accounts, bookkeeping, self-assessment, payroll services, preparation of charity accounts, gift aid claim, tax planning, tax returns, business plans and advice, company registration, preparation of budgets, all kinds of mortgages and remortgaging. And now we are one-stop shop to arrange protection for general insurance, life cover, medical and health insurance, and income protection. We mean business. That is why we are now officially one of the top 200 accountants in the country. Papa Yamaya Budinya Echese Yaduma Soyeni, Entibra, Nanya tax returns, and Waduma Hosikasem Yina amount. Na Yababua Amunya mortgage, Naya insurance in Shishaya Efatawo, Wajuma and Wabusuenina. So big companies, small businesses, charities, sole traders, self-employed, shops and restaurants. Please call Let's Do Business on 0163 447 0495. That's 0163 447 0495 or 0788 307 7742. Our address is AJN and Co Limited, Equitable House, 10 Woolwich New Road, London, SE18 6AB. Visit www.ajnandco.co.uk. Now officially a Sunday Times Top 200 accounting company.
2026. This is MPP Abani Tuya Besim Prino. And I see January more and as a February, almost January, almost a Tuya Bar concurrence and almost free so. Aban we buy and also Tuya Besim Prino. Yameya Doma. January by January 3rd or so, and now to say finance minister can was on be to the chat on everyone. The SE who is a by that and shall see and to your best in Prenu and Prensa. Caban we ban or be shall see everyone. And can want to mean to year 2026. Until the Abina shall see our yen ye. Said the Oberturian and also Ashe Ama and no man na ebeba from Kakranka Crano. A gusua SID Saba. It's inflation, yes, the Benya single digit. Ayana ya kasa inflation eko forma ayana ya normal mino the oho and say inflation eko forma eboa ama policy makers and omo ye businesses omo planning and omo forecasting and nkroneba and the obeka say encrat dem there and no boa ma businesses omo nya sa rational expectation inflation expectations ne boa the toso bio an nyina ayana ya hwe ni mo say yes say normal boa eko form there and as I say, it's normal so it would jump. No, na ya yen when it's and because Brunei say price is sticky downwards. Because I did be a sticky and not just would if you have a cohanas a muya de, a muya de, what you cry and quote. And it's a dear book costro. Now, per se, a saba for more, and once some can add in pay. And the economists for kind of price is sticky downwards. Into say inflation about single digit, and say a normal board a beba form. Now, inflation and Casano focus was persistent increases in prices. And in Pedroa, a normal board a cost room, and now a slow down. But what I mentioned, and just a normal board as I say a buffer automatically. Say, what shall I say? Say, from the part. What shall I say? Free as no so hard, you know, a content. Oh, free air corner. Now, who call a new deal, but now I had a slow and the more growth for you because you are increasing at a decreasing rate. To be so, could drew bepono a pumpem. Would do so bepon a pumpema. Now, for the answer, when you're a home maybe because I don't know one cost on our own muffle. Now, what two initial for ma, that is a oh, yeah, there. Oh yes, and the for man no. That's all cost. Do what be put up on the honor on because what the point of inflation. So what the point of inflation? Among your statistics no. Because at that point the second derivative of your growth function becomes equals to 0. And they are mathematics. And sana one we are not was started the akofo. Into inflation na ye canopa no chere say atiaba single digit there. Let us be unpaired do a normal board air cosrono. And as I say, a buffer, and just as I said, normal board a buffer. And untina and pimpino, yana ya bibri mohano, and shada yejuma. To cast all inflation, ambassadors are almost inflation. And
I said, my board in
and so number board in the in a marketer, you need efficiency, no? You have to be efficient market hypothesis. Marketer. Any strong or semi-strong, not a weak form efficiency. No, so economic indicators we must remember. Manus don't quote me. I am entire year juma. The question pana make a show. So economy and I say perfect market system, a strong or even a semi-strong form marketer. I know they are not economy no one kwano money na see any a year juma. But yeah, economy we know informality some and ye tonoma sabi oko jom kota de kra nipa no onwe obon adwene so okoto wacha nipa na wote wachi na ma no odi atre no na wote no adigu ntu fi say de wote ma o ene de wote ma me yepe so on say yepe because nipa na wote skill bi ani ho nti obo a wagye nyina 5 cedis for wachi na 10 cedis but they be a wama ododo a cheme your system no so perfect nti normally bebre o ha senia kwasi brodi betwere woni book mu ɛne sɛnea ɛyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ aman bi so economy a ɛnoma deda na kwan so digitalization systems ne yɛ adwuma ɛyɛ perfect yɛyɛ ha no ɛnte ne saa ɛno nti na aburokyire inflation ne nkron ba na yɛ so important yɛ signal say there's even a 0.1 reduction or increase in inflation. It means a lot for the stock market, it means a lot for prices on the market ne nkron ba ba yɛ ha ne deɛ can I be because it's because the market and the systems are not perfect. And the impact no. So necessarily no okay.
And ye can make us a objective, analysis with the main. What build it on say she because of my breastwa. I buy what also so in a way with the credits and superma buying or buy if nothing at all because we'll be betting me as I say. Obi bo be jurego nti wo beka say almost wa bomb more than
yes why not
okay I see
because omo buy no enna nka normally bi ho a na aban na shares ye to na omanfa saa kwan no so ana omanye bibi kakra mbata ho ebeboa nke betima adwiriga
okay
so nti sabio asem no kreda ho a na waka no sane esitie nti obi wo beka so aban we buy dey na waye anase bia aban dada ba de na waye sabe se aban bi ba na de papa bi koso na o take decision say on se san no ma eno akoso sampo na ekoyi a waye bibi that decision na o take ye no kra no is something
okay meaning say now we economic advisor to a former vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and now we ono chair economic management team obekasa sa abre no mo say yesika semono or how be eba so entem na maso ano ana say beyond mo
so who say President Kufuor aban no shase no problems are ebia na aban ho a all kafa aban dada no ono so bae no na problems be brave eyede ewo ho ono so beto IMF program so President Kufuor beto say IMF program ho but to send a car or sabe a Canadian, a twitchy, na sembebre in Croneba, na corruption, sending them, women in Croneba, and now ban so was so dear says Abenos and I seek an exchange rate, no, then also depreciate. I see a pequine beer. To Becca, some about me, I can't say, ya $1 me the key number, IGP. What you say? Sabreno, Nanka exchange rate as some, and ya dear here, and cat, Baumianka. What I say, yes, I didn't know, so can come was and now. Ebeya sama na ehia Ghana fonte so common obia no se waka so ya $1 no ya desafana ma IGP. It is because ebra President Kufuor aban ba na ba bi esika sem ne gina no na enye ti na obia hwesa aban ne beye bibi ama enoma ye de atoto ye and obia so di adanse se President Kufuor mfie miensa edikan ne de otan akwado na wayi ne mrika modema aban ne boy ye fasika sem chese na enoma ekoso Ghana ni the necessity bo say ya man ya den ekoyi na enoma beti ba BSC na sane ya woka no ye kona COVID-19 ba ye pe me kai say ene ba omi ahia na eye meet bi no no fellow Ghanaians sama ya koso e o mu say Ghana fo ni age because Ghana fo ani be so kwan a President Kufuor ne MPP aban fa so ball COVID-19 obra because now man be brave omo hu de omo nyomo yare a obi nka bi nhye mu da yesi ya to bodem lockdown be kai pa obi mpie nko ha chese microphone kwa adwuma and normal frama no ne ma America ne nkro ne ba kokko grocery shop Walmart ne nkro ne ba sa ope ade ato ya salai ebi wo kra na ope so ototara yes obetima ato man pe ntina na America kra na says Ghana de be ye de but o hwe kwan ya aban ne fa so bomodia to the extent Ghana ni bia unlucky bibia so bibia wo pe odwuma to bia na wonsaka o musena nipa nkwa adwuma the moment nipa nkwa adwuma na ye ma no na aban sikasam kra so ye den ekofom taxes ayetu ya ekofom ntina sikasam ho ayeden but ekoye ni so se President Kufuor hu se no ye ntimi enkasa ye boy economy no ho ban ama nipa ewu tina president ka say we know how to bring back the economy but nipa de ye hwere na ye nim kwan ye befa so enti ono nso ka bia obebo ama ye dia protect Ghana for ama ye tima tran kwam e wo say ye the entire President Kufuor ka say ye nim sane ye besi ama economy na ba back na nipa de ye ntima ne ma back na onim say saa na mo na o to di aboa Ghana for na di nsunsanso bone be bre economy no nanso na owo kwan se o choose Ghana for nkwa enne se ye beka se yesi kasema ye den atoto yie German Chancellor Angela Merkel e kan se ahoyehia ye a Germany wom wiase nyina wom no enye saa bre na wo badwene inflation ene eka eho ese so wo dwene German for life ho nti president wo wiase nyina hu se so mo kwan bi on be fa so bia na mo boa eduru ba bi kwa ye se ye hohoro yensa ye di nsuo ne hohoro yensa yare no wa hohoro wonsa na ma yare no so ye de spread akufado se na nsuo ya de hohoro yensa na se nkrofo water bill be kosoro oso nim se wote fi a wo yesu nsuo chen se wakwa adwuma na wo ba the president say na me kope bosia men che Ghana for nsuo free se nipa na tifie na water bill nti onya nsuo a ne nsa na kra won hohoro se wa hohoro ne nsa no so yare no spread ya ka ban be bo yare no ho kra na chen se wa ma nsuo free nti president kope bosia na ye de ama nsuo free yes yetifie a yes ye TV e de bagigi yani anankra no bo games ne nkro ne banya sa fa otefa kwa president se sa na tie de a ene nkrofo live bill so be ye den e be kosoro yen hwe mobrowa for no mo wo lifeline no yen che wo mo electricity afi ba ko aban no ko pe bosia o che Ghana for electricity e ma ye ho ye den etoye saa sika na aban ne ko pe dia ye sa no mani nyina na kire se daachi bi no asasa aban ne sa ko pe sika e ko tua saa ka no a bosia na wo bo no nti anamawa president Kufuor aban 2 year covid time ni nyina doctors and health workers are more share adwumayefo no abrochi ba bi ne yetete san ye de nkrofo kra ko hospital ha nkrofo ni ho mo show mo because nurses no kra nya yare ni bi doctors ni nya bi ntomo susuro president Ghana nurses mesremo mo de makatua no kra na mechemu mienu na me de fa asa aka makatua ho amamo a ma ye ready se me yes asa ne be ya mo betima hwe Ghana fo amaye to president eche frontline health workers no makatua mo mienu e de fa asa aka ho ma o mo se ne be ya omobenya ahoden ne anigye akoye adwumade abo Ghana fo ho ba to hwe adwuma president Kufuor na ban ye covid time ye che aduane na nsori boa na Ghana fo bi boa eboa ma yare no abibremu ha wo kan aman a omotimi bo ho modern pie a na Ghana de ka ho nanso sanso wo so sanse ye free covid ne mu no outside gentility home cry okope sika bedi show ama Ghana fo ani age Kufuor do aya de wa bono homode wa ye covid ye fellow Ghanaians na obi ani age but abai ko tena dem no ye tena cabinet ani ye hu se eka abeto ye nimu nie kwan ben ye befa so a ebetua saaka no Ghana fo de wa ya momo mani age but wa ya outside gentility ubetena fi a na komodo tene ya sha ase fa plan eno no ye se bekono na ye se papa bi di Putin ono zuko kantokwa bi wo Russia Ukraine na afi ama petrol bo ekosoro ama sabi opehwit eburo ne nkon because fertilizer ne nyina abo ekosoro afi obi kura ye container wa broche ne wo container de asimaba yesi container ne bo ekosoro na nipa na okokra no ma aba no container bo apagya ekosoro de bedruga na sade bo so be ye den ebekosoro tina sa ntokwa no so abayi ade foforo se ye free say ye free covid mu ka beto ye so ye hu kwan ye so betua ne kra na we so asa ba bebom ene ye beye ne den tina ma ho kira banti we ase nyina ho kire na America inflation cost over 40 something or this mo de ho UK de cost na 40 years sa no ma bo akoso na ebinsi wo America ne UK abochima mti afi na omo a obo wo bi omo de dom aman kuma no kra so ahya ase e form ho adwen se aya na oba beje bosi free ye ho no yenso yakwa ahohehia mti yenso bosi na nya den yentimi fa mo abintu wo hwa na international capital markets no o ma sha ase toto o ma pono mu ewo most of the emerging and developing economy because hona nanka ye ho kire ya dan ya ni ane yakwakope bosi ade aba omo so sese asam na aba na nyina ebi aka ye nso America Crawford da bontena omo wo no maboa ye den ye sanla ye Walmart ane Costco se yakopɛ no mato kra upeti euro 5 ye sitom ye nupe ti yenso yentimi fa ye sika mamo amo fa nkoye mukro ye ne yeso ye ho nkire ye tena international capital markets na asha ase ekulusu na afia ama ye sika sem no ekwa ho ye hia mu nti aman kuma no omo ho be kire wo mo ti me kai pa say one of the meetings it wodi na baumia koni aye analysis where office who say capital market no on be close on us na ɔmo nni hɔ so a kaa yɛabɔ covid ne nyinaa de adi show ama Ghanafoɔ ho atɔ mo yɛnyɛ sika mfiri baabi a nti ɔsɛ yɛfa yɛn ho adwene nti from 2002 hɔ baabi ɛreba no ɛna Bawumia hyɛ aseɛ kaa sɛ no sɛ saa na ɛte deɛ yɛmfrɛ Bank of Ghana for na yɛmfa nto ɔmo anim sɛ say capital markets no close by 2023 a yɛntumi nyɛ sika no a kane na nka yɛnya firi Eurobond market no bio ɛkɔba saa so pɛ sika yɛde kra fan wɔ ba Ghana ha yɛnya bi kyɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ bɛkɔ sumu yɛbɛda dum sumu. This is what was going to happen. Okay, ahoyehia bɛba tina Bawumia ka sɛ yɛanhyɛ aseɛ antɔ gold a yɛho bɛkyere yɛ rough.
Remember what going with the gold, but the na ye ka konyina utama ubo nsuo ni adam ga so beba be arrive at say essence ye ho chi edrum pem emre bi no aban ni hu se wo absorb eye pressure ebeto manfo no so be drum re bi no na esese o manfo no so ebe mu bi na o mo eba betua se what ase na nkwankwa ye se wo mu se kwa ho ye hia mu de aban no ma ye relieved at some point be do point bi no ye ba betua se de be ya you know, change the narrative. So, oh, I need say free cry. Yes. I do maybe I entry.
The American band say, time I near one we hear mono. So, go to say, Unia, Ejan cranny, Munan cranny, Rena. And that's our time now, but catching is a Titiwa cranny. So, we genie free.
To me, ye free me actually.
That is the point.
And okay, the one and I'm a person clarity.
That's a abandon ye do bit to me, is Ghana for a free. Ye free man and if it's a normal about 2 years now Russia Ukraine so that's a double jeopardy. So now and no actually no near who said no. So I want you to say Baba Badia as I see a pequine for frost and 2 besha Bibi to say in a Mahwadin Kanya say the whole of 2017 MPP Abayanto and in a Mahwadin Kanyamo 2018 Yantum 2019 Yantum 2020 Yantum 2021 Yantum. I want you to say about 2022 Yantum. But if 2023 ba 2023 Ghana Rezakufa do 20 na mahodin kanemu 2024 otumu. Now if a two beer na nka abane nye na dwe se ode bampo no hunu se ode to ofoforo bi nso ye de eba. Ema Ghana for nso sebe na finance minister Sabra Nikonofrata or kind of collective responsibility. Ghana for nso sha say ye de etu bi. But when say nipa suban no emfie enwotwe na President Kufuor abani di emu emfie nsia wanto anyina mahoden kan emu Ghana ha emu emfie mienu pa obewie ode to anyina mahoden kan emu no Ghana for eternity.
Is it within sa emfie mienu na so na COVID living ne ba ya na say nsia no so no living ne ba ya nsa na eye anyina makane ane we ne ba
within that period now
2 years and
yeah so into influence of the 8 years
okay or two mono mema watu aso pa abuja for Dr. Gideon Boakon ena yene no etwetwe enkomo na doc ehwo meso no mame enkinkan eye messages ni bi Emma Ashefo awomo ehye Terry Jai enede aba COVID really impacted Ghana and the globe. I pray this never happen again with Ghana's economic structure, which is net import in almost every essential and non-essential commodities. It will be a disaster. No. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's credit score system is going to transform our lives. Ghanaians are going to buy and pay later. We say aban nipa ene de ebaye. So ene champon afọ dia boss great MP ne de eno. Eba what's your comment? I won't fancy about.
Girl, we was saying
oh offense. Terry as the boss MPP has swallowed the bitter pill for the current government. No doubt about it until no so they swallowed the bitter pill for the current government. No doubt about it. Okay, if COVID had happened under the NDC like Ghana will have been doomed by now. We say Emmanuel Saka and so any day and also Abba. Okay, kwesi obeng unfortunately. O message ni de meeting me enken kan ma ehon ente emfa ma me. Doc, you want to go so na.
Na me see akwa na me saw my phone ma won say manya message we na ye rural electrification projects me. Na is electrician na frame because last week na me na kontokwa. Say twonwa ho light and send there. Adana ye to aba na metimi so mo light mo na aka nkran krom. Nkran krom de nyame adom last 2 weeks or so yakwa koso e de amom. Na aka twonwa ho ne kofro dua baby. Na mama ma twaja atum ba no mo nso e. Na je see ano me man the pressure our friend me say omo the street light na akwa koboso. They say aka meters. To wasra me a me mo na meter no emra nti twonwa ho.
Mpuni mpuso so kwa na wo say ye fra wa mo wa.
Twonwa ho for nye rest assured say omo meters no. Many a da crack kasa last 4 days. E be ho adwuma na ba. Boa so odu bokukuru akoboa so a. Omo so CC post be 4 or 5 be. Near the wires go so. Nyamboa Sunday. Mene electrical engineer no e be kwahwe. No mo so aye omo dia mo. Nti de na make can say nti drew sa time no. Na ato plans. Me krom na papa be
plans.
Papa be your friend ato plans. Nti o ka say o che bedding no. Ama Ghana for afa bibria nipa o ni obi ampe yini ade na ebasa na onkai de waye amano no obe kai so a sa ahoche no mu nyina no aban na nkada kokora da se ahoche abanti free SHS majai wan kada kokora da se ahoche na abanti teacher training allowance na bibi se na yehu majai anase bibi still na yeguso ayeye adwuma asese ye intina was say fa plan because international capital market ebe close o because one of the meetings kona ba omi ya analysis na was adene ba be close na mamen ka se bi nchiro you see sometimes enye nsem nyina na the obofoko ro ma ko nye nyina na oba abontina oba beka the time ba omi because ba omi because na no lead your office no but your technical team with some professor ye boa no ma ye sedwa ye analysis so say no say anye bibia de besi no enye 2022 September, October, November. Send your seed in the sea depreciate here. I feel no beer yam yede. Meanwhile, somewhere from April Hobano, now me ask Signal Bank of Ghana for say, look, the man shall say to gold. My you so good now support to your currency now. Say. I'm saying this on your show. Now Bank of Ghana air drag mo fit kakra. And I want to say Bank of Ghana so more semi-autonomy be in their operations. Ultimately, sure, more bebre. But Baumia had signaled, say, you have to start buying gold. I guess I see cannot be depreciate. Until September, October, November, Tama see the nation says depreciate. I feel from 6 or 7 and I say be no na a core 8 na a core in croniba. So Baumia was forced. Utemi he was forced to make the announcement because he was forced and also been the first. So no one who said no. I didn't make Kana Sabio Bank of Ghana and the fiscal side finance ministry for into one amono. I have to come out and even bring out the policy. He made the announcement. Say we are going to buy gold to support the currency, and if we January aircon. Bulk oil distributors no more person more craft fan what the bag and nyina no o craft fan on the bar ye ma dollars ye the gold and ebe ma oh yes our announcement no in November no why see the nation because there will be a friend signal effect so we announce policy be na market players net almost a policy no ebe boa they start working towards that. And as has signal effect no a shall say a ma city no stable. This our time no now you talk a liter of petrol fuel around 23 cedis. You could do whole a liter of fuel was around 23 cedis. But that announcement about me making here for gold for oil and gold for forest no. You see January, February no na liter of fuel na around 12 cedis. Because or more price, fuel price, and normally the exchange rate of about 19, 20. Now you know about no money is a possible, no the price. But the moment about me, and also good for oil, good for forest, no more say, hey. So government shall say, oh yes, I did, but my seed nenya hode. The price now you see changing. No, they started coming down, and then the liter of petrol and then the crown about says every CD above form, and a Bank of Ghana for it was no. So Vice President, at the Adnato Abonte, we have to start doing it. So only about me at there. Now in the Kasana Busan is what is your biggest regret in the 80s? I be Vice President. The biggest regret is gold now yet their support to currency no. Sa idea no ya farming because I know na a save economy no. Okay, but you see, honestly, not a Vice President to make us an it is the only idea he has to suggest. Say the finance ministry when somewhere the Bank of Ghana or somewhere make a way, and I'm saying there's a Bank of Ghana, you may not be happy with me, but I'm saying is that even how gold purchase now you can Bank of Ghana about the other time about me I suggest that is not the time they started. So yes, because some you bidder and another country being was why you be big harder.
Okay.
There was no best practice experience. We be any experience so. On who said be and asking it become Kaiser. Professor Biolego, our economics department money for good reasons. A lot of the time I say now Baumia proposal idea be and I say develop idea be because me so na me sure they will invest in. I am a sound to some of my colleagues and professors. I'm teasing to them. I'm my geo margin. Because there's Professor B or a very vocal power and joy in it about Lego. Because in office I'm say prof. I per se shall say that you're too good in the support to currency. It could be a good thing, but has it been done before? And I'm still no. So they're more careful because it be an question even within the academia. Because that had not been done before, people didn't think it will work. I know, sir, a time about me, I shall say advice here, and then can be a Bank of Ghana for starting here, and Kayanko drew Saprum, but it is better late than never. Yes, starting here, the effect was strong, and the main anchor to your currency, you see, the anchor, idea assume, I'm at Imagina, and it is open. The current governor has spoken about it. Nano, Professor Nana Jane, Opokwajiman, Sokra Kanwasam, all those in government knows idea I saw you see the Nemo Amanagina, how good purchase now, Ecosono, which is an idea from the previous government, of course, courtesy of Baumia. Okay. I'm saying I'm starting term there, but a nona etima boa, I'm in the Eduba beard. So I know that there's a future ahead of us.
There's a future. Nieka future, say me, what can see, say, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, will say wono and an EMT no. Abibinia, even will make a suggestion to Bank of Ghana company. A brand ko kai no mo ye the transformation as it changes people. Ebai. Ebi so Edison work see a bonus say. Abra ye who say economy no enko ye ni ade a nti F4C amede yakọ IMF no. Adinti enenti what's now ye nhwe han why ne emphasize so mo no embo no esan se ban economic management team a woda no umefuto wo hwe said bibia because onim dia wawodo bibia ekoi na yetimi aye nhwe ha minim say edumre bi kombo no anase even maban no muka say nya de say betimi akọ IMF this tansa we no wan emfa mo no
you see me metna ha na menka say papa wo ho a yemfanto ba o mia kruwa mo boni wo ho dia yenyimfi ni kruwa mo ono ankasa kruwa wa tesase na naninje because onim say abana na ye ho nyina na ye collective yenyina na ye aban
okay
so there was no single day you call cabinet and say ba o mia ni ho what I say everybody is there may are certain cabinet meetings it is a bibi ko yi e wa MPP aban ni ma yenyina of course ebi ho ebetima ka say oh we dia so masi na dia adwen ne ba ya na say we ne boa ma ye ni say those ones are there but say bibi anko yia yenyina the collective as a government and as I say fa sa de no sa anko ye you see o man chechire mo no untimi nya ni nyina atote
okay
ebi ho a na no ma ye yia ma ebi ho so a na no ma adwega kakra de hia pa ne say no ma sha say ejega nimdia ye de beba beto table so ama ya sha ase ye de ye adwuma eno ne ade ehia pae ɛna sɛbio ɛnɔma no bi wɔ hɔ nso a wokasa wo kɔm bebree a na woyi nɔma apia abɔntene you see mete sɛ nkurɔfoɔ ka sɛ ɔba omia na ɔyɛ chairman of economic management ne ne nkorɔ ne ba ɛyɛ nokorɛ nanso sɛbio adeɛ bi hɔ no yɛyɛ a ɛwɔ bi na ɛwie bi so ho ɛna yɛn nyinaa nso yɛsi gyinaeɛ sɛ sɛ ne yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ a wontumi nkɔka sɛ wodeɛ na wonka ho President Kufuor ankasa te hɔ no ɛnyɛ biribia ɛkɔɔ so wɔ n'aban mu ɛna ɔno ɔsupporto wɔ cabinet bakyɛ wotie me yie sɛ wate sɛ President Kufuor time ɔmo ka ma ɛkɔkɔsi sɛ HEPIC President Kufuor de ba no na ne finance minister ɔsafomafo ɛnsupporto to the extent sɛ ɔmo se adeɛ bɛkye ama yɛ ready budget no ɛna ɔsafomafo de amemɛmfe agye tum mu sɛ ɔbɛka HEPIC no ɔde HEPIC no bɛyɛ de ɛbɛhyɛ budget no ɔde bɛhyɛ mu a awi aseɛ ɛde nkonimdie baeɛ no obiara yɛ den ɛsɔ mu bi enti Bawumia wɔ nipa baako Akufo-Addo yɛ nipa baako ɛnyɛ bibia gyinaeɛ bi aban ne si yɛ mfie wɔtwem na president ankasa wɔ support yɛ ebi hɔ a cabinet ɔno nso ka sɛ sei na mepɛ sɛ meyɛ ne sei ɛbɛwi asɛ dodoɔ ne sei papa sei ne yɛpɛ sɛ yɛ den yɛkɔ IMF nɔma a ɛkɔɔ so ɛne deɛ baeɛ no nyinaa no ɛduru baabi ne yɛhu no sɛ IMF no yɛkɔ a ɛbɛboa adeɛ baako a ɛm sɛ yɛwɔ misconception bi about IMF no nyɛ sasabronsam a ɔba a woman mu a na wɔsɛ yɛ ade daa bi aman bɛɛ sɛ aduɔwɔtwe wɔha ne aduɔwɔtwe akyi na ɔmodɔne IMF ɔmodɔ mo ho adɔne saa kuo ne sɛ wokɔ ahohiahia berɛ mu wɔ sikasɛm ho a na wakɔ wokuo a woyɛ part of IMF ne sɛ IMF foɔ baabi a mesikasɛm akɔduru no meyɛ akɔ ahokyerɛ mehia mo sɛ mobɛba na mayɛ dɛ maba bɛboa me
Doc sɛ woka ne saa sɛ meba bɛda mo sɛ mommoa me a ɛsɛ ɛmba with a cost
meba
ɛsɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a wo ho bɛhare waa ma mo ho adwodwo mu
nti wode w'asɛm no kɔto IMF anim sɛ o ahohiahia sei na makom anaasɛ ahohiahia sei na mehwɛ a meyɛ aba abɛkom ɛmmoa sei na mehia IMF no sɛ o yɛbɛboa woyɛ kuo ba sɛ wotua dues nti wo ho akyere wɔ asɛ sɛ yɛboa na mmom sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ahohiahia no nɔma a ɛma a ɛsisi yɛ ɛma a wokɔɔ mu no berɛ a yɛboa wo no saa nɔma no ɛnkɔ so na wo nsan ɛma no nsi bio no mfeɛ mmiɛnsa anaasɛ mfeɛ mmienu a yɛde ba bɛboa wo yi yɛbɛpɛ sɛ wobɛhyɛ wo ho so anumuɔda bebree no twa so patwɔ tɛmɛkyɛ no ase
eti meba so asɛm we waka we sɛ meaning sɛ monum yɛ mo
oh dabi sabe ba
monum yɛ mo de na mo ho kyerɛ mo ma mo kɔ
anumuɔda no
na mo ni ahohyɛsoɔ
meba anumuɔda no kɔkɔyɛ sɛ eduru baabi na wo sɛ wo kyɛ nsuo kwa wo kyɛ nyina ma ho de nka ne akwa IMF on de ɔmo munim de nti a wo kyɛ nsuo kwa
but we just ye wo de no kwa ba na me clear we say between 2020 ekosi 2022 and no increment e ba no electricity but from 2023 to 2024
yeah
and the increment
yeah no kwa nti anumuɔda na buy ne sɛ na ahokyere aba na buy so you do so fellow Ghanaians machem so yeah fellow Ghanaians machem electricity na Ghana for badges health workers marketua na machem mienu me de fa ka ho na Ghana for ani Akufo-Addo ayade o fellow Ghanaians anumuɔda no ebi ne ho de aka bi so ma meka anumuɔda just literal yes
men can just trivialize
no the entire ma yato IMF no akyerɛ sɛ masa nkania na wɔkyekyɛ ne free na anaasɛ ɔba yɛ mfiensi a wɔnto nkania abɔ mu no yɛbɛboa na mmom nkania abɔ no makakra tumu kakra to be sure 2023 na 2024 na yɛto nkania abɔ mu it is also because na IMF for ne boa sɛ yɛtimi gye kwan a sika na ɔmode mayɛ no yɛbɛtimi atua ne daakye nti ɔmo no ba na ma betoto no man de ama mfie miensa na yɛhwɛ na afi bia wo meti target mfie miensa no so yɛbɛtwe ho afiri ho na afi wankasa wasi wo kwan so we nyame yɛ adom anasi a IMF for yɛ no ma wie na je sɛ ɔman no yɛsan yɛsi yɛ ne yankasa yɛ kwan so a yɛyɛ noma enti ɛkɔba sɛ wɔse yɛkɔ IMF yɛ menim sɛ kasa bi ba so sɛ o yɛde yɛ ho ɔman yɛ nkɔ IMF ne nkro ne ba ɛno ɛyɛ finance ministry position no metima aka kyerɛ opin sɛ saa abrɛ no yɛ mu bi na yɛ free sɛ saa kasa no 77 producer ɛho hia
okay
na nka wɔse yɛtu saa na mo no ntɛm kora ansa na normal agigi akwa koduru ba bi ekokoduru ye no but make no de ekosie ye nyina ya aban ni nyina na esi gina ye
okay
de yemfa ne se ye nyina na esi sa gina
ye
ye
no take ma me yen can say Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia o take responsibility
why not
that.
We take responsibility for that
Which now we can say we
we take responsibility for that
so we take responsibility and now we can say sabe ka say because so hu ne say na nka say bi e hu hia mbo say omo beka no we support DDEP.
Yes, DDEP we support.
We support it.
Yes. We support pa.
Ade.
Enye DDEP aka yente ba bi ayete. Na mebo Ghana for nso abaso. You see,
hey dog, at the expense of a man for
oh there be meba.
Omo kemu no na support it.
We support it and I know why. So me te books no ntin. You see, sani o kan say eduru ba bi a. Yese ofe hu nsuo. Eno an ye de no anenam. So sabio anamon a aban 2 year edi protected Ghana for COVID time in Russia and Ukraine and masabe yan shoti bibia o Ghana hada so na ko bi so kamu a
the news, the interviews and what have you all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station, Hot Digital Online.
Ye free mu asunsun so no sha ase sa eba no na ese ye hwekwa na e ne o manfo nyina so be kasa se oh anamo aye 2 ye sunsan so ba ko a ede aba eye amane a ye hu nti omanfo momoaye na ye nyina ye nhwe na ye nkyekere ye mane se be ya ade entra ye so afebɔ na ye be mmia ye ho kakra na ye free mu saa na money bi eye domestic debt exchange program na ye de baaye no se woni a omodo omusika abo aban bosia anka aban wo se afibia na se brano ne brano no sika se na otua ma wo no esan se ahokyere na ba na yentimi nya sika poduo ni nyina entua ebra mu hia no ye pese ya chichemu kakra ye betua de na emom sanka ye de afe ba ko na betua momma ye bese mfie 9 ana se mfie miensa na ye mfie num de mfie tukra ba no du de na ye mfa ntuatua no kakra na nko I so me sika me pension sika nyina na me de abara abambosia me say agya anya hwe no bo so me sia bia me nya na me de beto me hypertension neuro and diabetes neuro ntino kwasem in fact me professors bi o mo kire ma de a na o mo pension sika nyina no se na be ya o mpeso de beto fie na wadi amana se nto de abo abambosia de a na bo so me sia bia no se si hu kaka na be ba na wodi so mfa so na aban wo se kabi abosomi nsia bia be ma me million enum na wo se wo ye ne mienu na de aka no watua na Afrida na menu no be de mato no kwasem ni na e hadwene nanso na ba bia kwa akoduru no sabio kwasu e de boy hina de ma ye koduru ho no so nyina ye ade a na ye nka bi nsi mu de be ba na sesa aban so boa ye ama ye nyina ho to na yetimi trans e bia me kan se akeke e bia se President Akufo-Addo antu sa na mo na amoa enka bia na ye mu bikura no ebedu sa be na ye nte ase ene wo ho enti na akoya shared responsibility enye sa aban se usika ne mintu akra na emu bre no na ma metai Ghana for TMA voluntary say wa opese obo aban me yes ade ne bia sign in nkroneba and I me to chama Ghana for enye oban oman bia na omampanyini ene sa aban eto so na omo kasa saa ombenya akomatoye mu ade aye ade a medi ho yiawo ewo DDEP no mu ye ade a ekoba say yes pension for sika enka ho na eko wiase na pension for sika ka ho de nti America say medi ho yiawo ne say ye ka ye egetumu ewo cabinet utie mi ye sa DDEP na ekoso no pensioners for sika enye den enka ho meti hobi ye see say gina ye di wie ye e wo cabinet and a cabinet e share information minister kodo upon come say on fan to abontene say pensioners sika de enka ho and information minister yeah announcement President Akufo-Addo ekohia at a Catholic Bishop Conference for esa de to manim say matete no hu say DDEP no me pese me kam obi a adwene mu ya ne fan say pensioners de omosika enka ho yantipu yantidwe finance minister eden hyehyɛ ne ba na wo de pensioners sika
aka ho aden
no kwasem ni because me mani ho ya wa na me boa na menim say because me di ho ya na just say ansa na metima bie ma no aka me say ba o me ya me boss no so di ho ya because that is not what we agreed on. Now, me kase enye no na agree on because coming to me can some Africa because that president abe Canada. Now information minister and cabinet authority abe Canada. Ntia ye dan and a finance ministry for education. Na atenti na ekoba asa no so. Ya ntimi an stopping minister no. Amanenja. Patriote merchants. But anya si awie. Nti minister pensioners no be di ho ya na ma sabe former Chief Justice. So for Yakufo no nyina ebufu yes that be
exactly. So does it mean say the omanfo binom ekeka say e wo mu say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia chair of the EMT there. Now so ni nsem ni be wo ka sabre no former finance minister Ken Oforiatta na onfa no kre.
Oh men Ken Oforiatta no one taking instructions in free Bawumia.
No taking instructions if you know.
Me ka say na enye na said there say
or taking instructions
free by me or no reported to the president. Finance minister be no reported to vice president.
Okay.
Oh vice president the president to me ni be and or the amount and our year juma.
Okay.
And economic management team no any Ghana constitution be more. A president be now taking decisions so mati ekuo kakra bi mono eba enoma bi ho abepese mutum before. It was an advisory committee to the president.
But no, Matthias here. It is a advisory committee to the president. Meaning say OPB papa bi so e every moaba. Into advice no be ma dey. Now say pa.
To OPB a.
It is any okay see one.
So we journalist.
Advice no what the beba dey.
We journalist. Do we see aka me betra because so na kind of rat and taking instructions from Bawumia. I say na we see a headline.
No dey any sense. It pa no into what dem my dey.
No kra no so wo man fa. Eti San America no say. Sa DDP asana ya to pensioners no. Me na me bonyo so.
Okay.
Menim se Bawumia na ne bonyo so. And I menim se president na nkasa so na because now you're taking decision. I'm a president abeka wa abontene. And I know so there are a lot of people in the government no mo bonyo so. But na enya si.
Doc.
Enya si awie no.
Yes, nti na wo mo stop ya na enye.
Anu de to me ni mi ho.
Ya yentimi stop ya be say esi awie nti.
Sa to me no enimi ho. What you say? And as I to me, so many they say about me. To me, will be na korebi. And I say about E11. What E11?
And also, sir, what me say about
E11? And Obiana say about me a digital champion. What you say? There's no way I know your digital champion or champion digital. Because he is uncle fat to me to so na enkele sad. But the conversation was there. Conversation was there. Yeah, maybe you make your opinion. Sabe, and a nyansa song until Bawumia so one kwa wutri mo. Nti ye hu ni sa. Say nya say Bawumia kanti na chese ejai. That be.
You see, na say
eti ono no me ba mama anu wi say ono no obeka ne de. Oti ase se na osi hu no.
Bo mo pa no mo fa.
Oti nya say mo pa no pa cho men kan sa. Ono obeka ne de. Eti me kai pa say mo ha ya kwam se fa kan.
Obeka de na so ye fa.
Kwam se fa kan show no so. He made his opinion known. Oti ase abe na ye nya mai, but no ni say e ba be ba so. But okay. I say look, ono de ohun say. But because say we are saying nyina ni ono ba omi antrim. Na aba na nya ono nti. Ye nyina ye kokohia, ye nyina ye si nyina ye say ye beye. Ye no so oka ho bi.
O manfa.
Eno nya say o manfa, ye nyina na ye si nyina ye. Ye si nyina ye no so.
Making open. For instance, for ofun yi de. Say we dey money pass me see de mempene so. Enti ye si nyina ye. The next minute one was say kitana. Ujina isi ye ne de wasi na nso manfa
and two and there say nyina ye what you say enti enya sia na asi e bia ni nyina aka ho na Ghana for to abetia ye what you say yes say no ma hwegu a na wo mo hwehwe President Mahama oba first one no the no ma hwegu pato because what you me I saw photo whatever mass branding elupre currency kasam Ghana for say massa wo President Mercy wu na be dia de kakra de wo ye ni the normal shegu poto olusuba over 1 million votes na bi nsi Ghana had obi akra ni ho no wason da da say Mahama besa babio and now to force your finance minister omo na tena ase amasi kasam ne say but omo so no ma hwegu ye no omo ko tena nchen omo hye ase so omo hye no ma ne ye omo be ka omo asem kire Ghana for Mahama kro na ye rejected no and o san buy obe ka na asem kire Ghana for mu say oh oh say Muhammad ni say wa say o man kran so yen san ma ne chance bio ene ne ya ma ne chance oba ye so wa sha se a wo ye bibi
okay
ene Ghana fo bi hu say oh e bi a chance o mo de man no mo anu o mo ebi a ochina bi Ghana for bekas masa say chance e de ma akura de amo amakura na kan eti yes you know ma
share make predictions say AB okay see AB well it's looking back and obasa recommend but without a pensioners no
oh yeah me the pensioners thing was a no for me because it was a no
the news the interviews and what have you all packed and ready to go on your favorite radio station Odds Digital Online.
You call UTV, the spokesperson for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Gideon Bwaku, and Etienne Anope. And he acquainted him now to admit and so you teach in 70B and Chenacha say January 31st, the big showdown. Honorable member, former member of Asing Kennedy Japan, and a pound for so almost bomb tour. We are born to say the Bibia a coso camera. The Sana a month for see now the traditional and also the House of Chiefs, and so are calling on government to actively involve traditional authorities in the fight against illegal menace. And as a Galamsey, one that the menace is rapidly escalating and could pose a serious security threat if left unchecked. Now, speaking at the meeting of the House in Kumasi on Wednesday, the 18th, 2025, President of the National House of Chiefs, Ojiahoho Yaojebi II, said Galamsey activities have spread across the country and were becoming increasingly difficult to contain. Galamsey is all over the country, and if we don't take the necessary steps, we are going to lose that to them, so that they will continue to do Galamsey and to destroy our body, our water bodies. Ojiahoho Yaojebi II expressed concerns that illegal miners were gradually organizing themselves into armed groups, which could significantly undermine the national security. He warned that if decisive action was not taken, security agencies could eventually struggle to flush out the Galamsey operators, likening the situation to the organized drug gangs found in parts of South America. To effectively address the problem, he called for a change in the regulatory framework that will empower chiefs as custodians of the land, while also equipping them with the necessary resources to combat illegal mining. According to him, the widespread presence of traditional leaders in every village and town position themselves to play a crucial role in curbing the Galamsey activities. Ojiahoho also highlighted that the severe environmental and public health consequences of illegal mining, referencing concerns raised by medical professionals about contaminated vegetables and food crops. In addition, he appealed for increased financial support for the National House of Chiefs to enable it to carry out the mandate more effectively. He revealed that the House had been informed of the government intention to increase their allowance by 300%, but noted that no official communication has yet been received, urging authorities to fast-track the process. Ojiahoho Yaojebi II, ɛna no wɔ Kumasi abɔnten so, ɛne ahemfo mpanyinfo no bebree na ahyia, na ɔde ato aban nim sɛ government should get the chiefs involved in fighting the illegal menace. Now, if care is not taken, the way things are going now, not just say, the Galamsey operators and people who are engaged in these activities are on their increase. Now they've involved themselves in a year, I had to say, organized crime. So if care is not taken to flush out, the security would find it very difficult to combat the situation. So the government need to involve the chiefs and make sure that they are the custodian of the land. They can also take the recipe to make sure that we are in charge of what is happening, and we will be held responsible if Galamsey continues to drive the country onto its knees. Now, in the UK this morning, the widespread adoption of artificial intelligence is likely to displace people from jobs in a similar way seen during the Industrial Revolution. The governor of the Bank of England has said, Andrew Bailey, said the UK needed to have training, education, learns and skills in place so workers could shift into jobs that use AI. Now, he told BBC4 that today program that people looking for job will find securing employment a lot easier if they had such skills. He, however, warned that there was an issue with younger, inexperienced professionals finding it difficult to secure entry-level roles due to AI. We do have to think about what it is to doing to the pipeline of the people. It is also changing it or not. I think it is people working with AI, and I'm not sure it will change the pipeline, but think that we are right to have an eye of the point. AI has become part of everyday life in the recent years, and it is increasingly being adopted by business and public sector. The technology allows computers to process large amounts of data, identify patterns, follow detailed instructions about what to do with that information. However, there are concerns over the impact it also may already be having on the jobs market. Official figures released this week revealed that UK unemployment rate rose to 5.1%. That is a very increasing number in the 3 months of October, with young workers particularly affected. The number of unemployment 18 to 24-year-old is increased by 85,000 in the 3 months of October, the largest rise since November 2022, according to the National Office of the National Statistics. And AI is now being the mentor. The mentor is AI. Now, what a governor of Bank of England has posited to say it is going to be a trajectory in the near future. Say, if you don't have the skill, then AI will take the position of human beings or the human capital working for an industry. And he is also making sure, say, yenfa AI, because in the near future, AI will take the center stage. And if not, it will develop a strategy where people will be redundant at workplace because you don't have an idea of AI, especially jobs that are more or less into the digital system. So that is what he's trying to say, and that implementation need to be done. People need to psychic the brains and make sure, say, if you want to work with such an industry, make sure you have a little knowledge about AI. So this is a Bank of England governor, Andrew Bailey, who has made this pronouncement yesterday on BBC4. In the meantime, in between time, now your credit issue and pay the morality that we have on other subject matter is about the issue on £100 contactless credit card limit to be lifted. So we use contactless card. Millions of people will be able to set their own contactless card payment limit or even have no limit at all. A regulator has confirmed bank and card providers will be given the power from March next year to set a maximum or unlimited single payment amount without the need to enter a 4-digit PIN. But they are also being encouraged by the Financial Conduct Authority to allow cardholders to set their own individual's limit or switch off the contactless entirely. Some banks already offer these functions. And the more comes despite the FCA's own. And the survey showing little appetite among consumers and industry respondents for the change from the current £100 limit on the contactless card. Contactless, if you use the card, now udisika gusua, you see, they are going to, it's going to take introspection from next year March. Say no amount will be specified. It's going to be unlimited amount that could be inserted into the contactless card. Now, to me, they are trying. See, people are up to £100, but you can do it unlimited. That is what is happening by the banks and the usual changes. And pay Unity Link Financial Services lane culture say rate no 15.55 and a good rate a cost 15.55 Unity Link Financial Services Limited. But mobile money to all major networks in Ghana, cash pick up to 18 banks and all red banks, bank deposit to all banks in Ghana, and airtime top up. And we are Unity Link Financial Services Limited. And I pay you cow say renewable social housing. And so open Diana more free say $55,000 for 2-bedroom semi-detached homes. Now you pay $5,000 initial deposit, and the bank only be negotiations with Ghana no. The Eco Bank that has been introduced by the real estate developers from the renewable social housing. The negotiation will be done. You need an appropriation of proof of ID, passport, and Ghana card. That will be the issue of the validity requirement. Now, it comes in terms of employment contract, residency or work permit, recent passport picture, 3 most recent pay slips, and of course, 1-year bank statement. So with all the negotiations, if you're able to certify through copy, then you have statutory appendage to make sure you can acquire property from the Rehoboth Social Housing Limited. And Opay, they happen to be our proud sponsor this morning, and Unity Link Financial Services Limited. Now, over from was +44 791 737 6631 +44 791 737 6631 and +233 244 7644 99. And no Rehoboth Social Housing and Opay and so Ebochidom. AJN and Co Limited, the chartered accountant business advisors, specialists in preparation, annual account bookkeeping, self-assessment, especially for Uber drivers. Until we are Uber driver, no nyamren follow taxes. I'm urging you to get a conveyor belt who happen to be AJN and Co Limited, who happen to be an accounting firm that have received several awards at their credit. Now, in the meantime, AJN and Co Limited, a banner, company registration, all kinds of mortgages and remortgages. One-stop shop to arrange for your general insurance, your life cover, medical health insurance and protection, P45 and P60. And know your AJN and Co Limited. From was 016344 70495, 016344 70495 and 078830 777 742. Finally, visa travel and tours, a ban on passport once and some airline ticket. Yenya Francis, all the way in Finsbury Park. Now, a London November 4, 3 Echo Green. Sir, ube tu kwine, upe ticket. Na ebi anye this year kwana next ube tu kwine. Ube tu mini Yenya Francis e din komo. Na discounted airline. Ube nyama ono we tuya ni kakran so ho. Ube du ono we tuya na just say biya na ticket no 1 ton into mane bon be kosro. Enti bomodi afre Yenya Francis was 0207 6193843 0207 6193843 079 3965 6111. And you have fatherly visa travel and tours. Fast-paced money transfer. And also you're quick, efficient, and reliable. Now, fast-paced for some of the new enhanced app. Into Bobonia, download the apps now at Google Play Store and as the Apple Play Store. You sign up and then you are good to go. Go to Mr. website at www.fastpacetransfer.com. Competitive rate, not an issue at all. Make sure that your loved ones will be happy by using fast-paced money transfer, instant payment platform, and as I say, beyond remittances. And pay and so ebu echidom. Menka was a hot digital online fundraising, and also adofono mu echredo enti ebeda mu nuanum na se mo amfre titu na mo boa yen enso so ewo ye fundraising ebeda mo ase ba ya ne pamfo ene Fred num ne ade na mu na obia Kofi Francis ebeda mu na se anopei ene obia na annual fundraising no yedika catch us say support and transmission transmitting the radio station all the time nyame be my honde ni tumi aba ne abeboa enti kakra bi nso obetumi actual account number no hot digital holder account 763-64379 763-64379 short code no 090128 090128 to betumi kakra bi nso obetumi enso de kakra bi atum enti ebeda mo ase in advance. Daughters best van for rent enti open van obe rent here would the removals between the house moving, store pickups, man and van high, express delivery omochira kwan ewo Croydon Daughters Limited at gmail.com from 074 60595471 074 60595471 and your Daughters Limited. And Opeisman can't just say I feel Kinky Market. And so the proud sponsor Emma Telemo Club. And then a Telemo Club no omunya 10 years. Na Telemo Club no minim say yenua onerone na pound for any risky no join that club. Na end of year 30th member na unim say ene Friday the 19th ena jumedie no baso enti Kenke House afio Kenke House na afio Kenke House ena ede eba afio Kenke House ena ede ba enti omo presented 10-year anniversary dinner dance na on na sponsor ebe nnuane na ewase Brothers Band ena betonwum wase the Brothers Band no finest DJs DJ Slim, DJ Losiga, DJ DS, DJ Rexy any Alodia, MC Pac-Man, Abeku Santana Jr. and Osofo Mafia, VIP for 10 people on request, classic package, all inclusive, and then Friday the 19th December 2025, opening at 6 p.m. Dinner will be served at 8:30 p.m. sharp. A bus ward the Oasis Banqueting Hall, 68 Thames Road, Barking, IG11 OHG. Dress code near smart and sexy. And to bet me call www.telemoclub.co.uk. And I also say 07949001729. The reservations. And now 07563571157. Telemo early best near £80 and a standard £85. Into dinner dance party no and a basso sponsored by Afio Kinky House. Now the Duchess Kitchen and Pub and so the grand opening way Ghana 7 year king. Now the Duchess pub omo beautiful for my Ghana. And the 30th no mo biano na opeso ye orders bia udro Ghana na biana okudi bronya na mo amohwe me ewo TikTok ne Facebook and YouTube ewo o my Ghana mu grand opening no eat, drink and enjoy. Now on be deliver fresh and fast. Numbers here 053-701-3487 and that's 053-863-8091. Tell no the Duchess Kitchen and Pub. E&J Handyman about carpentry, west door fixing and hanging fixing of kitchen wardrobes and wooden floors. And no E&J Handyman 074-324-02117. These days, send wave money transfers. Be wary about issue on the apps. I would say Kamania Faso apps ni be while only non-compliant. Like I say, nimraso one chana ya block or muna usika akokim. And to download the apps send wave and now promo code no hot digital. Now when you're £10 credit, you are chedia shunko every send with money transfer. And I pay so ya papa George, Reverend George Asante, our free mono, enra ena omo enso ekupeno krabia enti enne burial no Green Eggs Kenmall Park ewo Kent, London enti ho ena omo kwenya no krabia no benya no krabia ewo ho ochina the 20th enti ye ne beba so ewo Arc 11 Grace 225 Shakespeare Road, London, XE24, Omega, Quebec, November. Time is 11 p.m. Time share black and white. And the yen shannon so. Yen you ba Esther, which my friend was 077-531-82083. And I also say, Pastor Nyamsem, it was 07429463252. Tian Shannon so. Yenua Bema Alodia, Ninia Nimpong, David Bompati, Ochina, ena Ebejani Chikwain, Thames View Community Hall, Bastabel Avenue, OLG, Tian Shannon so, Ochina, ena Ebenyano, Ebejani Chikwain, Yenua David Bompati, Alodia, Ninia Nimpong. Na Fralodia was 078-9494-1667. And answer Mavis, it was 074-7370-7733. And Tian Shan Sochna, dress code near black and red, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Yanko Nianko Jainia Bema Alodia. Yama mean so oba penning, Jackie oba penning, a free year, aka Mrs. Cecilia, a free year, Betchy. Ofrimono celebration of life bebaso ene na ebaso Riverside White Hart Lane Wood Green N22 5QJ atam be share black enti ene 6 p.m. to 12 midnight ewo tube station here Wood Green station bus nam ye bus W4 and W3 enti yambonito na yanko endi komo anopei hot digital ena wutie tientie yenua ba Gifty Godson na yembonito na yemfa na poso embrete fu anope hot digital online ena wutie tew na yenko enim anope.
Coming very soon. My Lord is coming very soon. Messiah is coming very soon. Oh, coming very soon.
Mami Barakuda mi chechi anope. Mami Fiasapo, Yamin Kao, Mami Auntie Mary, all the way in GH. Ewo Kokrun to me. Chechi anope, mommy.
Messiah is coming very soon.
On the social media platforms, we can adduce, say, we have a lot of viewers watching us live this morning. And kudos to all of you because we show some gratitude to you anytime, any day. London Heights is watching us live on the social media. YouTube, specifically YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And I pay London Heights, greetings to you. Number Master Clement of Jasma Def Kitchen Restaurant and Bar this morning. Greetings to you, bro. Number Nkabobeko. Minkan Pleke Shidencho, Kabobeko. Manyan Kababi. I don't go fight you. One number Master Clement of Jasma Def Kitchen Restaurant and Bar all the way in Enfield Enclave. And I pay Gifty Godson. I see Jesus is coming.
What a great
So one more time, we're wishing everyone happy weekend this morning because we're getting close to Christmas. It will be any careful. And we've listened to a lot of in-depth issues and pay. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the spokesperson, Gideon Bako MP, and also Anope Yetien in Samawaka. Ken team and so a Bomuntua. 31st of January next year, NPP presidential primaries in Basso. So Obia listen to boot air corner campaign. Initially, there was a lot of brouhaha, I call so, and a lot of infringement, I call so, abuse, any kind of intemperate language, I call so. I think now peace and tranquility has been enjoyed. And there was little infractions be also, but one more time, it is good for the NPP to make sure they set out the recipe to bring transparency and tranquility and peace in the party. Tony Forcing, Rose, and so and live Angela Toto, Angela Toto. Hey, it didn't Anna Angela Chocho, Mefane Chocho, Angela Chocho. Okay, young Queen 12 million so 9 body to and pay those waiting us live on the social media and pay. Greetings to all of you. Rico Michecha and pay. Ama Michecha and pay. And for your contribution towards the station, we appreciate it once again. We acknowledge all of you, those who are making the contribution towards the station to keep the station alive. We appreciate all your kind gesture. Anope, greetings to everybody. Hello.
Mr. Valentine.
Nana,
Michia Ghana for. Anope Nkoma Gideon Wakon Eboyan. Samitieni dia na MPP National Communication Team no omo faili MPP party. Second Japan ebeba o se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ebeba we need to make a drastic change in National Communication Team. Omo faili totally. Unim say esu ayechema amanfo a omo nom during the COVID-19 nuane ayechema amanfo na ban ni enisika. Nemom yam pese nipa bewu wo COVID-19 na munti no na yese ye kopa besia na ye chema amanfo se no betumi atene fi na yare na spread na necessary communication team ba to base we say government don't have money into the besia into say yankopon bo ana yare ne kofo mo kakra ye beto to tax na ye recruit musika na back yantiam fi communication team no ano obi aka na no atum obi no about to ebeka we anybody say what problem or children no na sa on so be say dey mami later no mesa to tax me kakra dey recruit music and back na nipa na act no aso nto no okoto aba no we decision obi make communication team obi aka na no dum most of them information and brain diaspora communication team to communicate na what ya miracle abuaje miracle during communication election miracle abuaje nkwana what communicate bia no we need to make drastic change. So to me juma na most of you wana yena betu ma yena yenya because me second information I was spread it me kwa na so money to ya say fiti do attack am enkono matam ebe sister na na kufu ado we take over Ghana gold na e wo nyina ye 8.5 tons na na ye wo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP take over na o say economy no COVID aba Russia Ukraine so abent na say economy nti don't way say ye beto gold ya back ye gold na the whole Africa will be any evident no Dr. Bawumia so just say kra no say no can na Bank of Ghana kwa twetwe mo na so ko mo kra no mo yesio I feel Dr. Bawumia who say no penny beto save economy into about to be make announcement. One of the pressure to so na fear say say to good MPP free power no na would free 8.5 no about 30,000 tons and na President Mama so buy or why you also the 7,000 tons abeka hunti Ghana your gold reserves is back you see the 37,000 tons in Tushemu Bawumia initiative gold purchasing and stabilizing no and so same win in our ho mo ameka communication national communication team will be no about to be kind MP NDC for I did bomb on Sabrani say, Omuna stabilize good, Omuna stabilize good. So no, I feel the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Siama President Mama appointed no crowd here to me say, Dr. Baumia initiative and stabilize gold. All the way for almost say business school at University of Ghana, you fair for money, a woman in Assembly, as a gold purchasing and stabilize gold. Communication team, Adena Moya. National communication to Adena Moya. And as a motu or Mutiamo Kakeke. And as I say, who to be a man among Ghana out and any bet to my Yamay.
Okay.
Yene bet to my Yamay. I say, Manasso. So if we say, my position out to me, and yet Juma free. Mupen Kwana more general. Party need to be in general. I'm also say, I see a young man for be a where did the abandon will be our own free one? I answer in your bindi, your mamma, your Juma. Because me, oh, dear Juma Mamma, I'll do it. But me, you know, AI now, a UK force, young going to AI. No. And yet, AI, Koreana, as a university, all your worker. Almost almost into me. Na femo kase yenko ya na yeko ya ne say. What do you work at university for say they don't accept it. Almost pay him money work. Pay ya no ntina ye dia to me say.
Okay.
Pan time that's.
Hello. Emrana Minko na yembonito. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning. I'm Mr. Wayne.
With the senior Konya with your money. Yamin sure. I Chiama on mobile radio is soon. Any a man money on mobile radio is soon. The Chiam is a name. I said I'm a ten and catch it. Anna now all Luton, a Chiama, Yaman. Mr. Van, you need to say the other cousin, and some of the other banner. Now, yes, to say the other half. Your friend is an okay. My Jerry, a interview, Aku Jerry was a man, and beat me. You share on some last time I work, I think before. Or what you have the communication for no more your madam. Nagana for no more than the one we thank all Nana Kufuado. And near my roof, there were parts of the video. I'm not now where I'm okay. What the church is saying, a toss move, Papa. Now, after going, Shadow was at the water time. I buy a couple of my day water time. I declare my MPP for. Oh, my day request I didn't know to say. What's the eye? Can I get your phone? And a back eye. Yes, there were my about it. So, that's why I depend you are more president, you know. Wamu na wochi osabusumi ya yake yasira wama ka ade omuba omubeye no munya wamu nkofo na wama ne kumi ekire ya mana musali ni pay ba to ayi o aya na mu be face ayi presidential you know enti yasira wama ka femu no mu hwe diye na de bi omu ka femu edi wamu nya MPP fo edi wamu nya papa and near my papa, I went to me a more de Uru. And to send this for summer, almost as a back of the customer of the Hosa, Nagana, for yet. And to Mr. Man, and I was the four of my ponya. Namima and I was your papa. One time I am found Samra. And I was sick.
I've got evidence you.
Yo, well, no official, a official pa.
Yeah, that's
complicum. Nana Luti, Marcos, Nana Kwame, Obenpo, Miss I took out the more Italy, Fred is at 4, Kofi Francis, and Mamia as a bedu, Mamia Kisapon, Nana, that him Lee, and made me a chubby of a terminal, Mobile Fisher Pump and what with Tia. Alodia so emotion the power of why Alodia Yakopo show dinner, Jays is only a boo. There's where they are and ya about some. And you may run upon 49, I mean, if you shall pay a shaman, you may put my Obaya and answer and can say, Chono about Obaya, you must all put my upon. Well, the woman said, and then near Ubeka and then the powerful.
Okay.
We must communicate on a year. Be said, what could be once a year? There's no Ghana, no, any communication, many part to above. Now free education, Obakobi, wouldn't Abakobi, who close one for then Kobi. I will be able to say, by a Monte so, Obi any hobby. And so Ghana for can you say free education here back. Now, necessary teachers, a Corano, or better a Coradi, a Corano, on Bon Pania Corano. Obviously, I bet them here to mount. And their communication, what was your money move? Yakacho be said, boy, na your papa, your Bible more post. Yatoka amount, Yabosika, radio stations here, I will get a year. Open your eyes, you are from, and dear Casanakokan, Casatento and Topongo. And Topongo, and Dick. And before Munya complications, Omanya dear, and just the any papa one obey. Oh, now, Galam say, I can't, also Munya. Eh, Mr. Yamujubasi, 25 years in. Every day, we are Mikasa. Every day, we are Mikasa. Makasa road will be able to work Ghana in Israel. Any part of power fat, one fat. So, it's a communications Ghana for and almost what they
break.
Yes. So, the big atoye. Ghana for 8 news say, Yankopon Eddie, FDB Esumobo. And this is for who say, we Yankopon Esumo FDB. Nina much by majority now more. FDO. I need a number. And now we are going to. We also also Obedunu Jobama. Oh, you are Mama, I had Abosom for Indian is showing actor what she. A Fidia can say that the whole. And people also on Yakupon at the minority Kituano or the Assumu Fidia. As a one Yakupon. No more fake money and teacher so more one papa. Most of my Kituanos room, most more from one teacher so Ghana for some more who say, if you did yes, someone and your brother dear, I don't consider be a you can hear
Marcus Yentio. Yo, Yentio, Marcus.
I know also for 25 years. Yeah,
did you silver jubilee?
Was it?
Did you silver jubilee?
And I'm saying, I to phone say, Yami somewhere, Yade pa. I did a bonnet for now, be with them, didn't say whom.
Okay.
Oh, can you some now? Oh, yeah, no, my year now. Oh, yeah, I saw, yeah, damn it, out. Valentine.
Yeah.
Me your friend saying, your friend is a spokesperson for Dr. Bauja.
Gideon.
Me part of your friend is saying, me referring him. What's your friend saying?
Gideon Boakon.
Gideon Boakon. Oh, you need power, you're a very great communicator. Now, I can't send you a man. Tess, I am one. Me in seven. My said until letter, but I'm saying a good understanding. There's another some okay, no, I throw you opening for the under the bus. And I don't mean argument.
Also, why are they?
Well, thrown under the bus or for the
finance minister.
But Oti has a more kind one. So Valentine, me catch us a menu cabinet, and yes, as and I mean, why you meet in your catch us say as I'm saying, yeah, quiet. Now, so Bible can be different. Now, just at the Okanya, no, there are some more Mukokanu, one cast on the no finance ministry, no, the cast over there, totally different. Or my say, or can I say, finance ministry, independent, no man, I take you on this, no more cabinet, yeah, a totally different conversation. What did I make? Or see a beacon or cabinet. I can say, saying you buy it or not before Fraba. My question I may be answered before Fraba. What did they do about it? Now, I can't understand back. Why are they in your compact? Come on, permit you. I come say voters are caught about for some reason. There some lunatics. We all use different words. They say there's a woman you're so greedy. Never and say, I always make come back. I agree about to say. Valentine, I want to say politics. People go into politics for different reasons. Obi I don't need the other name. Me for one, Valentine already says almost that kind of crowd. They don't want to speak the truth. I spoke for MPP all the way. The man big guy about this a friend saying. Yeah, more cars on better and in bed for it. Nipa cars on better for me, they fail on that part. Into the man, Mrs. Imagining. Into Mahama Wabe, or also no sense, or be this answer who are, or be that same results. Now,
right, what to use, say, who say, Randy, so Marcus Utiabuchia. And he, as all who say, Randy age, my local court that who saw and China Oko baby, Tiano Bessidachini Panatum.
Valentine, somehow, okay. Sabita French, or two how you are, man. No matter studying no matter radio, so Mr. Valentine, Oya Crawford, no matter kind of trata.
And China, and their friend, presumption. And the party Magusi, who are Buchiha, Unimra, Damikacho say, do be cockota, a presumption, and answer allegations, and ye do cockot. Yako say, as somebody are born. Udibim and now Udifo. And yes, I net so what is okay, hold on.
Now, me, Valentine, I said, maybe I don't want to different friends understand. Maybe so I say, so what was a CAI? Never you hot management, a Mukru and more. Yabaka also, Nipaso or Nipaso, you're from for. Oba and now bet you when I get started here. What do? You come back and say, some man make an try about the
court in a betcher.
From me as a layman,
Magusi, a court in a betcher, and that is why you are not getting it.
I do understand you. And
you film
I'm not getting it. As someone maybe say no more kaya no manka. That's the question.
I will caso be a I know the fanatics.
Don't tell me who can't tell me say one more can try. Me know ya.
Marcus, and I make sure we say. And you understand politics.
But to make it specific, as some say, onipa we yeska, onipa we yes into me ba match no.
And what you not no court Jana. No court Jana, che would then obeka. And no court Jano goes on your way.
And as a Valentine, prosecution cases are court, so many enough evidence that they don't take them to court. But it's all being farming court because
Anthony allegation and a presumption of innocence. You can be innocent person.
In this answer, we are Valentine debate on me. Debate, and I'm here because when I'm say, what the other law, I mean, so I understand. I'm not a lawyer, but I read. If you know the lay person or not, they want to have a catcher so Nipa for or buy.
I don't know how. I know
how. We can disagree to agree. I'm going to quickly. Maybe I just quickly. Communication as someone here cannot suffer say and any part of margin. Valentine, for you, I couldn't come about radio super can say communication and I can't say communication doesn't go down. Or a piece of a I'm all your specific reference. We enjoy Mokan some crowd Mokano. We all can grant the party for the Yagi. One man find out some. You can't. Yeah, brush it off.
You've spoken a long time. Yeah, that's Papa. Nana Kwame connected. You.
I've had a family channel which I know somewhere.
Yeah, where, Pa, Mosway.
Okay,
me
chama sister via as and nothing. Yeah, chama sister via dashing him, Mommy Dickness, Nana, and Sister Sewa, and your more Macanina, and money in Michiao. And my man is so Obrimpong, my good friend. I really respect him. I like everything about him. Me who is so down.
Oh, okay.
And the cast and the I really like him.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Joe, Michelle, so full academic. Maybe I'll come back. Fred, and your mom, Macan. I don't think Gideon Wakam am I a bit disappointed. In what sense? One will say, and some say now, also, Nana Miss Aika. Ghana communication, or almost high. This election, I acquire. Ghana communication, or communication team, no more high. Because at the time, when you said Ghana, you're co-election, you're the jobs and economy, and you're the core campaign. Now, what 3 years? What brand somewhere in the big now will break it? What mean break it Ghana for at least Quebec promo team? I will say, Uncle for we. I think I only in a better you. Into when you bounce back, how do you call it? Plan B. Mumianya would say mom. Now you're interested in your bay. And then the NDC is enjoying the bounce back we work hard for. What to me now, I'm digital. And I'm Ghana for I'm not saying that digital was bad. It was good. But at the time, didn't hear a better BB say about the economy. And no man didn't walk past in our better now. Okay. Now I'm commenting. And every 3 days. It's unfortunate yesterday I couldn't call. Me guy be by. I'm only the last call our last but one. No, see, the elite. We need the elite to lead the country. Now, we need the Nana Kwame Akodi Kennedy Echi. Now, no, yes, no, Nana Kwame submission power, but since Okudi Kennedy Echi, no. Anka yao, Mami Kasim being slow. Respectfully. Anka yao, your academians, your elite, we have given them the country for 68 years. Tell me the achievement. All what they can do is to go and sign a contract of 5%. Your elite. When you talk of the elite, I will add all the professors in our universities. We have science and technology. Our Ghana.
Okay.
But when it comes to road construction, it's the Chinese and the Indians who are constructing our road. After 68 years of building science and technology and raising elites in the country, I'm telling you the reason why I'm following Ken. An elite will sit in the office in an air-conditioned office and an air-conditioned car and sign a contract for someone to come and drill our gold for 5%. Why? Because he was born into a rich home, raised into a rich family, go into international school. After that, he went to, the parents brought him to UK like you to come and study here. You have never stepped on the ground where the gold are.
Okay.
So when you are going to sign a contract, you don't care how much we get.
Okay. That's it.
Hello?
That's it. You quickly now.
I'm quick. They don't care how much we get. Imagine your father has given you a box of gold, telling you that should be for the next generation, and it's your time, Uncle Yao. And you carry the whole box of gold, give it to someone, and tell the person that anytime you open this box and take a gold out of it, give me 5%, without you knowing the quantity of gold in the box.
Okay.
Please, the elite have disappointed us.
Okay.
The elite has led the country into shambles. That is why up to date, Ghana is the world.
Now Nana Kwame has broken the silence there. The reason why he support Kennedy Japan is that Kennedy Japan will not transcend the trajectory previously when we have the elite who were signing contract. But Kennedy Japan, one may ask, Kennedy Japan was also part of a government who has superintended all these things you are talking about. So what is the difference between that one and Kennedy Japan?
And this one. The difference is what Gideon Boaku said.
Okay.
Even Dr. Baumia, who was the economic wizard, who was part of the, how do you call it?
The cabinet.
The cabinet. When he suggests, they may take it or not.
Okay.
Most of Dr. Baumia suggestion wasn't taken.
Okay.
Talk of Ken, who wasn't part of the cabinet.
All right.
You get my point here.
We get a point now.
So that's the problem.
Connected.
Get connected. Get connected. Get connected.
All right, Francis, you need to buy. Yes, sir.
Van, good morning.
Morning. Now, what do you say?
Yeah, me wish MPP sympathizers, your listeners, happy Christmas and a long life and prosperity. Anyway, let me quickly go. Gideon.
I don't phone your buyer now, because I don't know Papa.
Okay.
Oba ain't you?
Yo, Francis, me sorry why me appointment into me wa bontin. Na said me kan ye no. Me tie phone nyina because omu a me beka nyina mbubo wo mu din. Nyame adom eja ko eja ebo eja nya bedru. Wa nkofo te me nka be.
Oh, amanfo tu nkapa ain't you?
Eja nya bedru. Enti no appeal na me de so ye ni enuanom ne atiefo ne adofo anim no ye me nsaka ye e na me bubodini de ti a me sa bubodini no me de me bucket accounts e na bi mu e na me de me de enti no ebia no bi ya na ye ni faso enti na me bubodini
mate we de enti o
e da tufuo Lee Fred Nana Kwame since me do we etesi e Kwame Pekam Office Obrimpong, that's him, Vice Chairman South, Blabwa Theatre, friend and Nana B. Auntie Grace, Kofi Francis, Kwajonti, Mr. Abby, and you was in the Dynamo then they pay chairmanship, no Benyam so.
Okay.
And Auntie Quatuma, what they say, Susan. Hey, Rade.
Auntie Susan.
Debbie, Sansan Croma, my family glasses over, and I'm a pencil. Sansan Croma, now say on in Cassie. Agenda, Auntie Maggie, Mammy Sewa, Mammy Crodin. I come in for Penny. What they say? Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, yo.
Amount Sister Adwa, Fodro, Auntie Amasuba, or Becca Kuno, Yamana Baba, and the last one, German Boga.
Okay.
So far, the Kikabo Monomina 1,210.
Okay.
Why are the woman some money? You know, baby, Namibua, forever, Van Dyke, and I am a pass one, the Diamond.
Yes.
Yes. Let me get that one says, Silano, Minier. You are our promises now, or you are our promises, you are a bar, let's have your part of management. I feel my idea not to be
a
Ban.
Yes, sir.
Gideon Buakano. Yeah, that's on Federation. Safety, that was bad, or Bano, or a very dominant figure was Nikromo. Now, what vice president office? I wouldn't hear you, man. Want to be in capacity, the other Bani seat in Okoji. You knew because Bano, he was a dominant force. Only be a radio station first was I can never forgive him. It's too much. The woman should have been in parliament still because Obado no or a very dominant figure.
Someone I want to say contest the beauty of democracy.
Yeah, but there are certain seats. Obado.
Then they stop MPP they protect him.
MPP party protect him. But because Jubilee House won't achieve or the Argentinian thing. And almost a communication for you. Look, MPP Bono. Dana Sofia Kufu. No more started demonstration. Any haircut, you know. And when you lose the election, no.
Okay.
And when you lose, there was nothing MPP could do. Ghanaians will vote for it because they've already made their mind. Say, enough is enough. The president was not a listening government. They didn't want it until you lose it. Communication for every England book and game winning. Let me quickly go to what the echoes of Ghana. Ghana, no, Van. Ghana to say, Yantadio. My sister, you container last week Friday.
Don't import the coin. Then no export here. Then
the wine.
Wine, okay.
Or the wine for Italy in a coin. May say, and then I was autonomous 2,500. And one ton, one cedi. 1 cedi. Yeah, and towards store. Ghana, I ate the Christmas tree one day. I can't 1 week ago. In can try pa yam crampo na ohin awo Ghana nka bro nya bedun ka obeti dem crop ball knockout na yesti sa bro nya dan ne ye abe ade ne bi
kube na
ube na ube e matifoi look There's nothing going on.
Okay.
We need to bang Ghana back. Nini, area just I'm at on a near in Akuba, I'm a biana make a toilet. You know, we are actually only make a man English. Nini, and then as I know we call John Ghana. After Shka, money, I'm a kid. Come on, I'm a few body. I'm a songe. I'm a Jew, I'm a woman. Ne can't feel. After my bayano. Nakano park and a fair. Bukom park and a fair. I mean, I do capete. Be a Bukom Banguke corner. Because Mamma Papa ni lay or scare away. No accountability. Me, I know a Ghana. Ghana,
gossip. Francis, I was for you now and Coquan Peckham.
Yo, Valentine, me that say, Mammy, and chia na min chia with tea for so. Na Mr. Senior Emribia, me and say, Mr. Boadi and Ananoma Bosum, say on Shira, and got your mampeni Mahamasono. Sa na wadaruma me that's so srewo. Na Jumapa ye papa utum for aquacoya no emi say faction e be pesomo edie mboguo, but in ye cano. You do same penny for be reapproach na ometimi a make sure say asumdwe a ye peno ebeba. Na on say in your normal say MPP communicators and what party. He be an example I will say an MPP sitting MP. And yes, a constituency in Penasemo, and as more complaining. But then somebody linked to Baumia had interest on sitting that on when new MPP ni. It's about the year politics away as MPP for.
I know they're for.
Oh, sir, yeah, can some renami.
Oh, I say I would have Chasuna Council and I want
to any air still Gideon Boakum, 8 months and Pesemico 2 million bano. And then politics me and 24 set die.
I beat you, and it will be a politics, and I say, of course, you plasma, I don't know what to be. We plan in your bar, Pane, no good to me. You so good to know. In the end, so far, so I know politics in the we cried here. As is, also 40, as is, and Twadia Bunyamu, then I'll come. Can be now anywhere we can.
Near American say Attorney General, why any year pen say or accounted to the people or my briefing, but media magistrate and say, can for Yata and Kebeya Unjano, fugitive from justice, no, Unjano, because he will be a living testimony for the MPP. And now make us say politically wise, no, and can say MPP for Nakasa and Nekasa, and Yenshe, Monkonin and Kasane Monfanembra, Sam Onuni. Obesom ewo yamanyu kodimu esom Ghana for no so onja ketua enti onu nie me mo se mo pese mo ye no yeta nachi nanka mo nyina mo di nachi se OSP ni kra na Attorney General invite na mo nyina mo di nachi nko but see ano mama wa ye living witness ama o maka che Ghana for say MPP ministers o mba be bo ma ne kro no a na o mo dwani akota bruchiri o mo mba Ghana emma ye mbisa onsem ananduma pa o ma ye no o mo you know this is a record. This is a record. So, Oforiata or Yana Cambonechino is not going to, his return is not going to be an advantage to some of us, but it will rather be an advantage to the political party. And if you don't have any ill intentions and has any bad intentions, Oforiata wa some Ghana Bone Kwanswa Munko Fanembra, Namunina, General Secretary, whoever organizes. Mundi nechi. But anyway, until I made make I told you, Onja, don't forget you know. Omuma Yema Ghana for who's the MPP for ministers, but so man of bomb man, we are no more junior Kosha America, Ufuriakta. I was
for influence at Asbury. Dickness, you too.
I'm never in Porto to the
no, your power was where.
Divine selection is Yaka, Chairman behind.
Okay, you into what to pay.
Time and committee, all my honorable they should have a nice, beautiful weekend. I love you all. And all the first ladies and the doctor by attaching Manana. I miss what no him that's it's showing in hand.
Okay.
Nana, touching my mama, these are what you have a nice weekend. I mean, look. Every day, Kaka, my father, make an saying there. Yeah, mammy, I do a sample. Minjin there, as some or can or can't company.
ewu de MP ebia mpanyinfo na wo Ghana no wo WhatsApp na wo di ba apɔtse shede ye ma bi adwesafo ewu de politics I don't know say bi ni mu ta so onye personal attack onye personal attack obi aka sam na ni nipa na nya adwena asam na waka no na bekebi but na attack ni nipa no ye ma bi adwesafo asam obeken no say politics on your family and friends, and I'm okay. They have a package for you know, you know, under your family and friends. Now, you already candidate, you have a package. Now, that's a day, you have my address up.
I'm over to me soon. On the address of Ube to me soon. I just have to me soon, Nipano.
That's it.
This I just have to me soon, Nipano.
Of course. I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know of your our in your back to Sakatan. Yeah. You know, any year to know. Any worker, any that is connected, and another family things. Any no book, you have a opportunity. No movie. Why then? If you know, okay, you what you should make your far over, what will make your friend in the sea? Okay. If you want to know 1 year, no 1 year politics, no 1 year personal attack, and what I want to say in power over. And when you have a minimum risk, you know. This is AI, what's it? You can put over AI. AI, you are the particular not in a way with the message.
AI, no, Obesha Bola. Ah? Obesha Bola.
Anya bola kakaba only the one for them with the big face. No, only the one now. I can't see AI.
Elon Musk bar last year. And obey the advocacy na me who there. He was convincing because on all the turning ama. Until your bar obey them na me who there. Even buy into the idea no because the point is that on of the every institution anyway to introduce AI. You need human capital. It's on the worker, but the coming days, what will be the end results? I never prank of office, obey key job. Well, he had that.
I need that officer and punching in our restaurant. Have a nice week.
That's it. I'm sure. Kwame Peka Mientio.
Conformitas. Chair Edican for. Mama declares or Cassavi, the former person, communicators in Indiana Kwame Apako, Fred.
Okay.
And it will be led by Yenia Bobaya. Then may go Yenia Bobaya Basso. Not only being the deputy communication director, but also a fundraising the Uba Yenia Boya.
Why advocacy? No, yeah.
About na the Bonaba Society and Yamedia channel or Fra a dom epa. Oh, and
Diana Mino by a fish and Ham.
Oh, they?
Yeah, Mino by a fish and Ham.
Oh, I make comedy again at the Hamming. Then I know
I don't grow women do official.
Was it?
Who grants me no official, Debia?
I said that the alarm made a sir.
And I
present me putting a message across, or no matter what you do. My parents and the best.
Your problem you have is you make your narrative very effective. But the tail end of your narrative, then if you don't take time, it will be a tragedy. So I beg you, try and refrain from such attitude. It's not good for you. Your people love you. So when you add those ones, it will be something like a jeopardy for you. Please.
Matthias. And I see the you better more for two. But then you also Canada. Also, you call me baby, you fly ever. So said the penny Santa Cracrana. Who send you in Canada because I'm paying.
That's right.
Now, my problem, say, Nipayan against on Kanokra. First of all, we have to know, say, Attorney General, by appointment.
Sure.
A by Bia Bar.
Executive.
Or no. Or for after a branch or no bar, or say, display political immaturity. I also say a very novice. So we shall say more bar or becca. At a friend say, Uforiata, court be any nasable. And find Shenton so. And how by you can no one can say, Bakuya, your man of Sensia. Wako Otia America for ages, 10 years, and your court will buana semo. Nanka waka, Nankubia will say, we are a very objective person. Aubana, the castle, Namasho, Furiata, Maneko, and Amian Confanamra. For your information, Obiani Nasem, a attorney general belonging to NDC party. And on Susu say, Papa no Sika Sembi, Uncle, your penna be son and seven. Now, Papa no Shan Hoya, do no Yaya now, Shelonia now, Yenny near Wagana Hokrano, if I wouldn't to me, and one no my Yabu with it, and no dear no I have found. Mobile must set up Ura. May come a minimum yard, may anything corruption. Mopa mom grinding nipan true a friend say emra. Na mra no so no mu na ene di am ne problem. Na mom se mo no madwen da mutrim asa political vendetta na mo amount to a obi a oye MPP ni bia no mo ko ni fie na mo akọ ransake ho. A mo ye niema se be ase nipa do tiji a enye no. Eno na ya na e ha me. Enti eno ho asem ne e kam. Okay. And then we've listened to Gideon Boako. So Ghanaians almost person pa and sama. Sometimes the water let different crana. Ghana form person mobility. Before Gideon, we had a Kwajo Ponkroma. They have explained time and over. X-ray and say, no, we were putting our feet very well, but because of COVID outbreak, and it is animal in our buy. Yet can't Ghana for a month. And I'm Kotuaba. Now, Valentine, a Numa MPP for year, you know, be the idea, you. Don't you forget, a good father or building a whole apiate because of the explosion, no, or building the cloning in our floor. Yeah. And so Ghana for a unite. And on 7 previous animal down to Chile and or the bay apiate. And you're Ghana, see Canada. Now, you let you say, Brana, the solve problems. As a leader. But what do we see today? Now, one will say, you know, be a case your mama is corrupt. And you say, you can't acquire the Apono so.
Corrupt, you went to mention,
it doesn't take away the corruption that he was involved.
But just it was saying, those on the official one. But once the point is that if you allege and making that using those words, the person is corrupt, no. What type of propensity? You will be a friend. You prove beyond reasonable doubt. What is your propensity of accusing John Mahama as a corrupt leader? What do you have to make of that? I'm just asking you because you keep making those words, and the person has been giving that exoneration when the special prosecutor investigated him because the report was to the investigator. The investigator came, and so when you keep doing that, it's like you are maligning the person's integrity. Why don't you think?
Maligning.
Why don't you think? And I'm making say when the thing happened. But when the thing happened, now is the president, the committee. Don't get the committee. Don't get implemented when you are making such statement. The point is that posterity is all of us. Now the person is the president of the country now.
It doesn't take away from the corruption he was involved.
I know. Those allegations, he was in opposition when you made mention of those allegations, even when he was in power.
We couldn't.
So why do you still have to trend on accusing him of this?
Or your president,
fine. That one is there. That one is there. But Kwame, to you. That's why I'm saying that. With all this humiliation and indictment, the person
wouldn't say because of that.
What was our position? Our position was that when the report and the findings was brought to the country, the president remitted it to the special prosecutor to transcend the issue and focus on what will be the issue itself. I mean, the gravitas. When we talk about gravitas, I know you understand. Now, special prosecutor, who happened to be Martinami then, was saying he was the government official one. You remember? Now, what prevented Matiamidu to have investigated John Mahama as a person who has corrupted that crime? Now he's been alleged to have committed. He didn't do that.
He failed to do his job.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying, that lackadaisical attitude played by the official of the special prosecutor has exonerated John Mahama now.
And someone who can be
so Kwame, you can do it, but when you do that, then you are taking the level to a different thing. Now he's the president. Give him that respect. He's the president for now.
You think I don't have respect for the president?
You don't
I have a president.
I know. We've said it, but you came to power, you couldn't do it. So just leave it, and then we'll move on quickly. Why? You couldn't do it. You couldn't. You couldn't execute what you are supposed to do. The committee. When you say that, the issue on you are helping the platform. This is the platform we are all enjoying. You have contributed immensely. What is happening in this? But you see, when we get to a level, now it's becoming extreme about somebody's reputation. Kwame, you should be mindful of what you are saying. That's what I'm telling you. Kwame, that one won't happen anything. Leave it.
Moving forward now, I leave that to the judgment of a TF4.
Yeah, so
I leave that to the judgment of Ghanaians. But I under Akufo-Addo, we did a lot, but Ghanaians, didn't actually give us a chance. And I bet me at was true Baumia. And that's when I can say you go reserve on Kwani, you retain us from 8 tons to about 32 tons. You did Emma Ghana for. And then once again, you ask yes to say, a byway tissue on you be extraordinary. Then on go to Nuna, or Pompey, or no, I call Nane, no, the other Pompey, no, the other, or the Goosey, or the Mercy, no, why then I did. And then I say a lazy job, or be a bit me. And innovation. Only at the Papa Bia. But this one, so this man, I can't once me. What let's say 8 years. I also see
Hey, Kwame. Oh, hello, Nini, let's hear you.
Hello, Val.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. You know what? Kwame Peckham is a confused guy. You see, he don't address himself with current affairs. Neither is he updating himself. Look at what he's saying. Look, I'm always happy to tell NPP communicated that they should criticize us more and more and more. You know why? All over the world, people are listening to this program.
Yeah.
So they are rather creating enemies for the party and for themselves. So I'll clap for them. They shouldn't stop it. Every time I come, I will encourage them. To lambash your mama, to lambash Nanajima. Because the outcome of it is that they're creating enemy for their party. Because Ghanaians have seen the work that NDC is doing.
Okay.
They have closed their eyes, the specs in their eyes, so they don't see. Very good. So they can criticize. Kwame Peckham, continue with your mama. He's corrupt. He's not competent. Continue. Kwame Peckham, never stop it. Valentine, yesterday, I talk about this 71.6 billion. Yeah?
Yeah, 71.6.
Okay,
yeah.
They said we've taken 61.6 billion. Okay, now look at it. The amount that they left in the coffers for us, the debt that they left is 726.7 billion. And within 6 months, we were able to pay 113.7 billion. How much remains? 613 billion. So if we have taking is it internal borrowing or external borrowing? I don't know. So if we're taking how much? 613 plus 71.6. Is it up to 726? At least we've been able, just by the fact that we borrowed, we went to lower the debt. And before next year, the debt will be more lower. So what is the problem? Amanda?
So what happened to the revenue? The revenue collection?
Yeah, the revenue collection is going on.
Has it added any value to the money spent? Because sometimes maybe it could be a borrowing. Because we cannot go, like we're saying, you cannot go and borrow and come and pay. Then it's like you are fetching water with a basket.
Valentine, what we are doing now, that we are using discipline. You see, all these things depend on discipline.
Okay.
You see, discipline, policy, and what? Common sense will make you to know that the little one that you collect, you can use it to do a lot of things. That is what you do it. Look, the revenue, we are collecting the revenue. It will not be a revenue that will be taken from the GRA and it will get lost going to Central Bank. 52 billion.
Okay.
It get lost. No, we are not like that. Now, Ghanaians should know that the law has been passed in the parliament that you cannot go to the forest anymore. You cannot go to the forest anymore, Valentine. So I thank everybody. Look, according to the reliable source, 8%.
The implementation will come, or you have also passed the bill. But implementation, I think that is where the issue is all about. People will be recalcitrant to sneak in and go into the forest to do that because they think their government is in power. So they have every liberty to go and destroy the water bodies or the forest. Don't you think you need to put stringent measures to alleviate people from using their own laws by not regulating what is being implemented, as you are saying, to regulate the system? Because what we are saying is that the Galamsey is being escalated. Now there's a chief, the paramount chief of Western region, who happened to be the lords, is saying that they should include the chiefs so that they can also superintend and give them something to help make sure that they can also help bring the issue on to its knees, because it is like they have been excruciated from taking responsibility as the custodian of the land. And don't you think it is making a viable situation because they are not being included in this fight against Galamsey? Don't you think it's a good thing for the chiefs to be given some opportunity to also help?
Okay, now he has come to express his views. So I believe the government is going to listen to him and add them to the fight against Galamsey. I believe they are the custodians of the land, so they should be given some how do you call it? Some exercise also to play, a part also to play in eradicating the Galamsey. So let's hope for the best. Okay. Yeah, let's hope for the best.
Thank you.
So all the best. Yeah, all bro.
All the best. Francis,
oh, thank you. Pacho, Francis New Cross Gate. Two communicators are by Nini and Kwame Peckham. What do you want to want? Where Upuli, or the example of Ahimfu de Abraham, where how Nini receive that's where Kwame Peckham so or say Yeni Finland in Wako or say Furiata then for Bahama dear or your crown for whereas a court be as on charge either of them. Na communication the Yami and MPP the Nkuye cry na oka ya many panka. Make I may stress Oforiata, yes, Shane, yes, your person bagana, yes, Reno. Onye bibia, omeyinano, na semonfana semonko. May say, lady, NDC lady, no so, yes, your mokako chenaba. Yada MPP for us, abayase. Now, most importantly, make I say 12th of January, and ye say, won to me so court case, I say. Me personally, dear, say, sa nipa miensa amabubo mudin. Say, Mahama nkope anye kwine wan ko pay loan wan yet she wo Ghana no tim the way mo fa it will change our country.
Okay.
It will change accountability. Etimima obia tena senti ye kakra wa na ye wo no ye behwe so ye obia meye said the akoswa ya de kenta konsia ye kro ni yenko yanim no accountability get me take if even the fight against galamsey ye nyina high no high profile person ye no famra kwan so a omo ehihya ase ne bebre omo nyina ho bapo enti aban there me say I'll be growing to like NDC so much honestly share Mahama example be or say share ye inauguration omo eba ye presidents ahodo eba ye omo a Ghana for budget omo so pa kese military government even especially Burkina Faso for leader Chira was say amount for are not so hell bent on say any idea democracy and I said they opia percent the here you can see and say ya brabo ekoye esesa ye kro konanim enti mo semo de ye MPP de twa ye fruba den enti the MPP
the Francis who believe in military rule Francis
that's Stella Mr. Obada
yes obey Francis, you cannot do and disrespect the platform. When we ask you questions, answer. You are saying, say, ubi ekasa, ubi yes, don't do say. Maybe some question. Francis, I can jump in and ask you questions. Do you believe in military rule? Do you support it?
Don't take it out of
context. No, maybe so okay. So just ask your question, answer. They say, do you believe in military rule?
If I answer yes or no, I mean, baby, I don't
okay. Oh, now, why wouldn't him say you are being disingenuous in what you are saying? No, you know it. Because, John Mahama, President Mahama, and now was say the military takeover no enya the papa. He said it. I heard it. And don't twist what he said. On can say military rule. Stop it. Burkina ni no hono. So obi su kotuna ono ebe ene de. So no so tisi obi su kotuna ebe ene de. David nti munja dia mo keka na yenko enim. Enya de papa. Eli yenti oni yenko. Ja Francis no onim de okeka. Evoli yenti.
Hello.
Yeah, yenti.
Okay.
Hello, radio ni man yenti.
Mami chia enianu abakasa nyina na mema obi bia fishapa especially me nua ba Madam Melanie wan wa Kenya.
Okay.
Anofa yi ekoso no. Obi abegina se utie ni ne kwame explanation and I say answer somebody my na ni was whatever. Masa me mama king child. Valentine.
Yeah.
UP court, American court, and France court, and a Ghana court. Where now Guinea?
What's the UK court? France court. And a why you?
America court.
I was then a mere day.
Do I know and a Ghana court? Do I know you?
Oh, Chakot in Obia or Jumoye. Until the Obia in Juma.
Obia was a Juma. I didn't hear you were first class country and it was second class country.
But the law is the law.
And I make a say, why now would you need to send your question? Yeah, the law is the law.
And tell no more dosu, until me no Obia in Juma, until me Juan de say, you could dear Nam, the one. You could do baby, a woman miscarriage or her. To me, who they are watching.
Someone Ghana near you, UK near you, France near you, any US near you. Some call the Amanian thing, and Amanan. Them why I want to buy it. When I would you
case Ben okay.
Me can't about the of ever case na make.
That basket, yeah, the man wa buying.
What's it?
The man wa buying. It was given to your government.
What's wrong with the man?
I'm the Mawabine. Do you know?
Na mabane no di asem no oni pana o ma bribe no no di asem no tumi ko interview bi no no ma bribe no tumi interview no what to me interview no only ni see am na bribe
and it is one interview one to man ya na che say che eno no tumi boni pa no kwedu ana
on to be clear no sana peta me kire
but on clear no. John do they see on your government official battle to no for. On clear no.
Oh, now then special prosecutor be na on one day. I'm to be after the crowd be first.
Said they.
Oh. Engineer make any
all right.
Near that also you need to win government official one. Near a woman or yeah no. So or the bribe no. It's still there. Any idea? Over to me, I clear no amana ye because only no my bribe no. What special prosecutor no want to me and go interview no. Say uma we bribe and not one man bribe. Want to me and yet. But America and UK and France no they did it.
So right now, what is the relevance with this ones?
Because, the relevance is John Mahama is still has the albatross type of corrupt person around his neck. You cannot take it away.
Fine, but it didn't yield any results. At the end of the day, he's the president now. So.
And not sure how weak our special office OSP is, because he's not doing anything at the right.
Okay.
For the benefit of the country.
Okay, move on.
He's doing it for his own personal gain.
Okay.
All right. Me come as Samson. Omana ya Timothy Sim. Ya drink outside the home. Ya kasankasa ya mindful. In the sense that can tokwa nesti ewo Domahama the region, Savannah region. Gonja po kunkun that ni before binili. Amwe to acquire a two quarter for ewo Cote d'Ivoire. Edni Burkina Faso. Na nusika edi komo omo nyinano. Eye $9,500 near the Comao. Then you to become 1 billion old Ghana cities. At the Coma Jamaica, yet the Coma Sudan, yet the Coma Cuba. How do we assess ourselves? How do we see ourselves? Outside gentility, home cry. Because Nyawi and for that when I say I was Savannah, Associate Dine, Ebugunulu. Yet, 48 engineers. And Koholo Musto consist the Adani Diamao. Nemo, 48 engineers. After Jamaica, I consist the Adama Jamaica port. Eddie Sika 1 billion account. How do we see ourselves? Yet, the host is here. And no matter what insecurity here, insecurity there, insecurity everywhere. Bron ya be hwenye promo ya wakati ye and for bobu krom to every and toshi okay yan to bibia and no say omo kanya man ho kobata ni enya a whole foreign minister how ye inexperienced incompetent I we want to me afan ko parliament ama parliament secretary ye dia soja for yi Jamaica ye dibisu ko Benin na secretary tafrache se wo ba wom ene de ne kona se asemboni enko chirichiri na sempapa mra na bibi ko to na wo ba de ba manye apena de ba parliament abaka na se wo ko ka kire ne family for no all right because no mo ye no omo ye o ma twin se omo majority enti no mpa bi o mba ye ene hwete du nkesia ne ba wo me duma mo di wo mo se wo ba no wo ho no unim se by all means, or you do man obey sika dia support to papa because papa so he keep standing as president, you know, and as a presidential aspirant, you know. Only you know you know, and in up to Jubilee House, and you say good ya kosu no ye. Nemo who to one over MPP yourself, as I address up for way, we are we. Oh me would ye never know. Okay. Near who can, near no Finland, who can say. Yanko popular camera. Operator and let me American. A person because operator you need not anything. You didn't call to go over to make the bill. But said it not come up here. You did not someone be a sentencing a time yet. enti ono na tese mo ye den
Attorney General say mo we bibia anti
amarante we nwanwa case tie wo honu ma ye di a won ya wo Ghana kro no ye do mo gina court ye di no o ba no se un continue obi and we talk because some ye NDC for you know when ya di nwanwa the first thing you should have done is say kasa di na samakro and I was starting working out company ba you know operator the ono de no why they just operator I can't tell you
Papa, if only you have a good weekend.